that would make a lot of sense.
If you have improved critical already, though, it doesn't.
Yeah, I'm not sure if
I
I would
don't
have
think
been keen on it.
Yeah, I don't think he can get improved critical at any point because I think that's something that is available to fighters.
No,
No,
it's
no,
anyone.
anybody can take it.
My
Oh, okay,
username is
that's
already in
not bad.
use.
Oh,
That's
Unlucky.
weird.
Can you close Freedom, please?
I don't have Freedom open.
did one of us accidentally open Freedom?
No, nobody is in control of it.
We
It's
don't
owned by
have
secret.
access to it. Yeah.
Okay.
I can
It's letting me
clear
in
the.
now, because whatever you did,
Okay.
so, yeah.
I did nothing.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty
I
sure
don't
it
know
was just
then.
bugged.
Oh yeah, I
Alright.
guess improved critical isn't like, the weapon specialization. Anybody who has a
I
high enough
remember you
DAB.
saying it was going to take either 7 or 11 days to do, if that helps you with your pricing of your upgrade. But I don't remember what it was. But also, has that much time passed yet?
No, I'm just trying to figure out what what it was.
Well, it's
This
either
is probably playing
7K
like
or
core game.
11K. One of the two.
I think he was referring to what the enchantment was going to be.
Right,
Right,
but
she's
the
saying I
price
can
might
look
help
at the
him decide.
prices to help.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Magic weapon. Not the spell. So originally it's a +1 ghost touch. Or no, it's +1, just +1. Did I want to add ghost touch? I might feel like I would have wanted that maybe.
I guess if we ever run into anything incorporeal. But yeah.
I don't know if we're gonna. I mean, maybe.
We do have a counter to things incorporeal, though. Like
Yeah.
I do have force bombs, and we do have somebody who can channel positive energy.
How much gold have we made?
You mean like, do we have as much gold as somebody of our level should have?
Well, I mean, I would have assumed I paid the gold already for the upgrade, but I don't know if we even had like did we have like 16K to spend at some point?
Yeah, we recently got like a really big treasure
Okay, so yeah.
boost.
I did already pay it then.
There was the vault below where
Are we on a
the opera
map?
house.
Because it's not pulling one up for me.
No,
Not at the
we've been
moment.
just chatting.
We're
Oh,
on a
okay.
raft.
We're
We're on a
planning.
boat.
We've been planning to plan.
But I can put you
Oh.
on Cantargo.
Oh.
Yeah. Basically, what we're
That's a Stargate
planning to
reference,
do
by the way, secret. Planning to plan.
yeah, basically what we're the plan for today is to sort of like rest up, regroup, and you know, get ready for the meeting with all the different gangs in Old Cantargo, and then the following day begin the process of breaking into the Impel Down or whatever the Supermax prison is.
Okay, I don't remember what I was upgrading, but I'm pretty sure I was going from effective +1 to effective +3. And I think for that I'll probably do uh I definitely want Ghost Touch. And then do I want Keen or do I want like just a +1?
If you put Bane on it, it'll bump itself up to a +3 whenever you're fighting that particular thing.
True. Isn't Bane an effective +2 though?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
So you can have like a Baned holy weapon +1 and it'd be, +4 total bonus, and you just deal a buttload of extra damage to anything that
Holy
fits
is an
that.
effective +2.
Yeah. But yeah, Ghost Touch plus either one of those sounds pretty good.
I don't like ghosts. I want ghost touch.
All right.
What would the bane be like? Can I just do like evil outsiders?
Yeah, that would be outsiders with the evil subtype. So, devils, demons, etc.
Yeah, that's a good idea. All right, well, Matt, we're going with that. We're going with evil outsider bane plus ghost touch, and then I'll pick up
Okay.
approved critical at some point.
Sure.
I'm gonna put it down on my notes so I remember.
All right.
That
So
like
yeah,
that's the kind of thing I usually write down actually.
yeah, no worries. So we're basically good to start.
Okay, sounds good.
However you guys want to start, basically, is it's up to you guys.
We cut to a riverbed where our floating raft lands. I guess we just finished escaping from the dragon.
Well, your floating, flying raft, yes, can go somewhere where there's water. There's a pond.
Yeah, well, we wanted to fly back across to old Cantargo, in the early morning, while we still had, some of the morning mist as cover so that we wouldn't be spotted. And I think from there, we could make our way to the wasp nest, or maybe the gray spider's old hangout, the gambling hole,
The Lucky Bones, that is your
the Lucky Bones. That's it.
place.
That's my
Yeah,
vote.
you get there.
All right. Um, once we get there, uh, is it swarmed by bad guys again, or are we greeted by our usual retinue of people?
Yeah, by your teams and stuff like that.
All right. I'll say tonight is supposed to be the meeting of the gangs. Does anybody need anything to do to prepare?
Let's see, who are you addressing specifically?
Um, just the people within our group. Freedom, Caleb, myself, Amon, and Barry.
Mm,
Okay. Well, Barry is probably not going to be there to attend the gang meeting. He's gonna stay here where it's safer.
Très bon.
He's gonna make sure our hideout doesn't get hijacked again.
Yeah.
I feel I'm glad you have chosen that, Barry. I feel more safe knowing that you are here watching out for our comrades. And I'll pat him on the shoulder.
All right.
And I guess while everyone is still here together, uh, including Barry, Leon will address everyone and say, by the way, I do have a request. The last fight, it was pretty airy, but I felt like we could take that dragon. However, in future, more deadly fights, should I ever fall in battle, I would like to request that you do not bring back. I know you did that with Kane, but I feel like if we are on to extend that same blessing towards all the people who have died in this war, I should not be an exception. Life is
Okay.
life is more beautiful, no? Knowing that it ends at once, whether it is drawn out or comes to a sudden spectacular end.
Interesting to know in character. May I ask, Drew, if it's because do you want to play? Do you think you might want to play a new character if Leon dies, or is it that you wouldn't play.
No, this isn't because I want to, well, to pull a Gil and just want to play a different character. That's not the motivation behind this. This is Leon's actual feeling.
Right, but
It's part
although
of, who he is.
right, although I guess I'm asking you if oh, like, so would you play a new character or would you be stepping out from the game?
I have 3 different characters that I could play, so
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not stepping out. It's just Leon's personal feelings.
All right.
He is an artist and he loves explosions and finds beauty in spontaneity and the fleeting.
Then I
I'll
just won't
those
let
are
you
cool.
die. All right.
I'll add to Leon's statement, but if I die, definitely bring me back. I don't want to die.
I don't want to die.
I think your legs carry you faster away from certain dooms than any blade could, and I'll pat him
I'll
good-naturedly
carry
on
you,
the thigh.
Leon. Don't worry.
Ah, well, yeah, yeah, that is appreciated, but should you need to choose between yourself or another member of the party or just somebody nearby who happens to be caught in the crossfire, they should be the priority. I am not irreplaceable. No, light a cigarette.
Mm-hmm. I got my eye on Leon. I'm gonna save him. Every single time.
Oh, Lord. All right. But besides that sort of, I've run my mouth long enough. Does anybody need assistance with today's goals, or shall we? Hmm?
Is he lagging? Cause yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't
A
get-
little.
okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I think what I'm gonna be doing during the day, I guess, is probably just getting started on sorting out all the archive stuff.
I will assist you by carrying all the heavy tomes and things, but have no idea what I'm looking at because I can't read it.
I
If
think
you
most of
want to
them are in
help.
your bag of holding anyway.
Yeah. True.
Um, but yeah, I'll maybe try to find some volunteers from within the resistance as well to like help catalog it, and that's really all. I'm not even necessarily right now trying to like find anything particular in it. Just organizing it.
Is Rexus in the Lucky Bones?
No, he's in Vire.
Yep, Envire.
Oh, okay.
As of like
I
Environment.
do have some.
So
as of
what did
like
you
a
say you're
day.
cataloging?
I do have
Just
some
the archives that
experience.
we got.
Okay.
Like I just want
Well,
to.
Gilia Banalus is mostly interested in those.
Yeah. So I don't have anything special that I'm looking for at the moment in it. Like I said, I do want to look up stuff about like any information about the prison. Like maybe there's shipping records about stuff that they send there. I don't know. But
Which prison?
the one that Jackdaw's in.
Okay, so Gilia Banalus tells you that Cantargo Keep has not been used as a prison for a long time, but it's a well kept secret that the dungeons underneath the keep are being used, but only for one prisoner.
Yeah.
Do you happen to know what sort of
But I mean
protection?
there might be stuff about what's in there, like in there. But yeah, I don't know. Like right now I just want to sort it. Nails
Okay.
feel fine. Well, it might be something there might be stuff in there that we
Because
don't
it
even know
is,
we're looking for.
yeah. And there might be some sort of guards that do not need to rest, sleep, or eat.
Yeah, she says that she does know that there is a warden.
what sort of information do you have about this world then? Or, in fact, let us, let us sit down for some breakfast and maybe, Jillian, you can tell us everything you know about Cantargo Keep and their occupants.
She says that that's the extent of her knowledge. She
Ah,
knows she doesn't know very much. All she knows is that Cantargo Keep's dungeon is has secretly been used for one prisoner for a while now.
For Jackdaw.
One? Oh, okay.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
a single prisoner, and that it does have a warden.
she must be formidable for having a keep dedicated to just her imprisonment. What information do we know about Jackdaw?
Very little.
I think
Although
we
the
know he was a Silver Raven, like the only one from back in the day, and he probably knows something about the Song of Silver that was used to do win the war or whatever.
there actually is there is a little bit more information about the Silver Ravens within the records that you guys have access to now.
Oh, that could be
Because a
good.
lot of the stuff that was
Okay.
available about the Silver Ravens, you find as you go through those records were things that Asmodean redactors had, had taken from things like the what's it called? Like that place underneath the Phantasmagorium.
Right.
There's actually quite a few things from there that are in these records now that you've liberated from the vault.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm sure, like as we're cataloging the stuff, if we come across Silver Raven information, be like, oh, this is interesting. Let's read about this.
Yep. So
Not me, but other people will.
you guys will discover that Jackdaw is an elf.
I remember that. That's part of
Right.
why
I think it was a
Jackdaw is
female
still.
elf.
That's part of
Mhm.
why Jackdaw's still alive, because it was a long time ago. But elves live a long time.
You also know, unless you guys might have, you had a hint about this before, but that Jackdaw reveres Desna.
Right. I think we saw that they had a star knife and some
Mhm.
holy symbols on
There
them.
are also records that do briefly summarize and catalog some of the Silver Raven's previous victories. One of them being against the Blue Dragon Rivizar.
Ah.
And it was said that whenever they used the Song of Silver, it not only strengthened and bolstered them, but it brought like a certain kind of like unity to all of Cantargo, while at the same time weakening those who would try to do it harm, specifically things that were not of this plane.
Ah. I wonder if it's like the people sing from Les Mis.
Huh, you could think about it like that, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I listen as part of my Leon playlist, the French version. All right. Bolstered the citizens of Cantargo. Does it say just the people who are fighting to protect Cantargo or just like all the citizens?
Sounds like it's a Cantargo spirit bomb almost. Like
It's the
everyone gives their
hymn from
energy. They're
Final Fantasy
all
X.
like
Hey, yeah.
joined in unity.
It's just super powerful tribe wizard magic.
Yeah.
All right, noting that.
Yep. Um, there were numerous performances of the Song of Silver. Um, but every time the magics were invoked, uh, it was it was by two members of the Silver Ravens. by Jackdaw and or the other one whose name escapes me now.
Let me check my notes. Oh shoot, I wasn't here when you guys were. So I don't have notes for that session.
Because you found the other tombs within the underneath the opera house, and her tomb was one of them. Because there was the other Silver Ravens. There was Brikisi, and I don't know if I remember the other names.
Damn. That's right, you don't have here. Well, were they the halfling? Were they the? Because I know that there were.
She was either a human
There's.
or a half elf.
All right, I'll just put human or half elf in my notes. Do the notes say anything about if multiple invocations of the spell like had a diminished effect, or is this sort of like, are they describing like, well, I guess I wouldn't know if it was a masterpiece or not. I'm not a bard. I don't have that sort of knowledge.
There's nothing about like multiple invocations of it within a short amount of time, but what the point is here is that uh only two people were ever, recorded or cataloged as actually being able to invoke the magics of the Song of Silver, and it was those two members of the Silver Ravens.
Gotcha. Okay,
So
noted.
one of them is dead.
Right. Yeah, they definitely are.
The other,
Um,
supposedly not.
right. Does it give any? Are there any more details or anything else that you are going to follow up with what we get from the archives?
If you guys have other questions.
Does do the archives give any sort of description of what the dungeons or what Cantargo Keep is like? Like, is it accessible, and are the dungeons accessible in more than just one way?
They're accessible by going within Cantargo Keep.
Okay, but doesn't say anything about like, wait for the thrush to knock thrice
No.
at dawn. Okay.
I'd like to make a prediction
And
that Jackdaw is actually
sure,
undead whenever we find him.
Possible.
I'm just gonna
they're
leave that
jacked
there.
up, daw.
I think it's a long shot, but if I'm right, dang, will that be cool.
Yeah, I guess depending on how long we spend looking through these archives, maybe I could do a little bit of reconnaissance either today or the next day. What, where is Cantargo Keep located on the map?
Let's see. I believe it's this building.
Is it the big axe one?
I believe it's this.
Ah, okay, so the big battle axe looking building. Gotcha.
Yeah, sort of. I think that's
Hmm.
Cantargo Keep. Basically, like Cantargo Keep isn't
This
really
is.
used anymore. It's
Mhm.
kind of like just a big monument of the the old rulers of Cantargo. but ever since they became part of Cheliax, that's been done away with.
It's fallen into disuse, and it's just pretty much a relic.
I mean, sort of, but it still stands there to remind everyone of its history.
Gotcha.
No one's really seen any reason to destroy it. Not even the Chelaxians.
Gotcha. Well, I may find out this information later, but just based on what I know about it, do I know if it is like heavily fortified with personnel on the outside, based on what people can see just by walking on the streets?
It is not heavily fortified. Not by people. But I mean, like the entryways are secured to keep
Oh,
people out.
Right.
I won't be surprised if they have something similar going on there as they do the archives, where we can't just like teleport in.
Do the archives actually say anything about like old magical wards that were used to fortify it?
No.
Anything about a culvert, a la Helm's Deep?
No.
Because it is right next to the ocean. What are its walls like, bordering the ocean? Well,
Solid.
okay. I'll I'll abandon this line of questioning for now for when I'm actually going there in person because we
The
got
only
other
details that you can
goals.
find about Cantargo Keep within the archives is like information on its upkeep and like restoration, basically. The last time this was actually used by anybody predates these records of government within Cantargo.
Gotcha. All right. Is there anything else that we want to look for in the archives? Do Freedom, Caleb, and or Armand have any ideas?
I can't think of anything.
Julia adds that the only reason she knows that there's a prisoner in there and a warden is because it was information that was passed down to her from her previous, uh, from the previous mayor.
And she said she doesn't know anything else about the warden, correct?
That's correct. She says he only knows that there is a warden and a prisoner.
Do the archives say anything about a warden? Because if it predates,
Nope.
no, okay, nothing about a warden.
It that's what I was saying is it doesn't predate government before uh
Ah,
before the modern government in Cantargo.
these archives might have useful information about other stuff. Can anybody think about, what sort of info we might want to glean from them?
What about like the night with all the fires? Is there any information about that in the archives?
Yeah, there's a little bit of information about that. It doesn't directly say who was responsible, but there are documents pertaining to um the seizure of assets during that time period. And all of it is by Asmodean inquisitors and redactors who are under orders by Barzillai Thrune to seize assets during the what was it, the Night of Ashes?
Yeah, the Night of
Yeah.
Ashes.
Yeah, so
Okay.
there is that.
So that
Okay,
confirms
so that's a
stuff
pretty
we
And there
already
damning.
was
kind of
there yeah,
knew.
there was they were specifically targeting these areas for redaction.
Because they were targeting like certain shops and stuff, right?
Yeah, one of them was
The Devil's Threads.
the
One was the
not the Devil's
bar.
Threads, it was the bar, right?
Right.
Uh, Another one was what's her face? Shensen's shop.
Right.
And the third one was Victicora Manor.
Okay. So this could be some good damning evidence to spread around talking about like how they, they ordered, these burnings.
They didn't
In
order the burnings.
well
They
they
ordered seizures of
right, they
assets from
right.
these specific locations, and they're marked during the time period of the Night of Ashes, so that would be like, like you could put two and two together.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like we could spread the word saying that, we have documentation saying that they were going to, have a raid on these places. And, it's obvious that they were the ones who set the fires then, and they are the ones setting the fires again now, not the Silver Ravens.
You could, although I would ask what would that do?
Well, it would stop our name from being slandered and, get anybody who might be like on
I
the
feel
fence
like,
be like, oh shit.
yeah, but I mean, I feel like I don't know, like I don't know if they'll like anybody who's on the fence. I don't think that there are many people on the fence. I guess is what I'm saying. Um, like after especially after like this would have been more valuable maybe before the massacre at the opera house, right? But like that was already pretty damning evidence anyway, right?
Yeah.
Right, but I mean, some
And a lot
people,
of people know that, a lot of people know that
yes.
stuff went down.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it couldn't hurt, but if there's a way to like a low effort way to release it, but like I don't think it's something we should dedicate resources to.
You can do things with the information, although I think I would suggest to take it from a general like course of action and make
Right.
it more specific. Like,
Mhm.
who specifically would want this information, and what could
Um,
they do to help you?
like if there's any sort of nobles or people that we're trying to get on our side as far as like they have resources or sway, we could give them specifically this information, like people who may have been impacted by it.
That's possible because there are a few noble families who only support Thrun.
I guess knowing that, is there any way we can cross-reference like people who were supporting Thrun, but they owned like some of the businesses that were burned and had assets seized?
None of them do.
Okay. Is there anybody who's like on the fence about helping us? Or I don't know if we've gotten all the nobles that we were trying to get on our side yet. Like there was Sleazy McScumbag who we helped write that, slash fic for.
I wouldn't say he's a scumbag, but he is sleazy. It's weird. His descriptors are he was
Right.
sleazy and worldly. I was like, those are two very different things.
hmm I guess I'm not exactly sure what to do with that information yet. If there's something that I can roll for it,
You might not need
I'd
it
be
yet,
happy to. Okay. Then I guess that's just something we'll keep in our pocket.
but yeah, you do have records of, yes, Bard's Thrun, uh, yes, basically demanding seizures be made on those nights.
Oh, you know what? I guess I'll say in character. There, once we were in Vire, it kind of struck me how there are very few people on the outside who knew exactly what was going on in Cantargo. Do you think that perhaps if we disseminate this information on a larger scale, we might be able to gain more outside allies? Showing that, concrete proofs that the government is corrupt and assaulting our people?
I don't know that there's a easy way to do that though. Like,
If we could perhaps, make copies of this or send it to somebody in the vial. If you could transport this to Rexus, perhaps he could find some sort of communique. Because vial is, largely based on trade, and if they know that this shining silver spot on the map might become closed off, more of the faces of Vire might be willing to aid us.
I mean, you could probably use your Raven to send it to him. I left mine with Rexus, so
Uh, I suppose. Can a 1 ounce silver raven carry a 10-pound archive?
I don't think so.
Could it grip
you probably wouldn't send him the whole archive
it by
though,
the
to be fair.
spine? Oh yeah, I
There
guess
are
just
also some documents you find within all of your archived records. So as you're looking through a bunch of the things that Thrun seized, not just over the Night of Ashes, but like over several days, like you start to see things that like definitely came the uh, from the place underneath the Phantasmagorium.
Where
oh,
they're
like
looking for
all
the Book of
those
the Damned.
important books.
Yeah,
Oh.
like the Book of the Damned.
Is the Book of the Damned listed by name?
Yes, as one of the things that was seized from that place.
Oh, does it list who? Well, I guess we kind of know,
There
but
were orders here that are documented to that it goes specifically to Barzillai.
well, I mean, I guess that was kind of a no-brainer. Um,
Sort of, but there's more.
but wait, there's more.
It
But
doesn't
wait,
say
there's
the
more.
records. The records don't chronicle the meeting minutes or like the specifics of what was done, but there is a record here that Barzillai and Mephistopheles himself did meet.
Where?
Huh.
That they've had contact, and it's something about the concerning the Book of the Damned.
Oh,
Oh, I guess only Pluto and Mantis would get that.
but wait, there's more.
We had a guild about Billy Mays. It was our Smurf
Oh.
guild.
Fun.
When it says like an in-person meeting, does that mean that Barzillai went to like some other plane, or did Mephistopheles actually come here?
It's unclear whether Barzillai met Mephistopheles in hell or if Mephistopheles manifested for any amount of time on the material plane. It could be neither. They could have been working through proxies or other methods of communication, but the two
Yeah,
have spoken.
they could have had a meet cute like on the Dream Spun or something.
Do I think there's enough information here that we could just win this rebellion by means of litigation?
Sue him.
Yes, if
Aw.
there was a court that would,
That would
That
actually
would
hear
that
try
it.
had
the
the
case.
authority, but no,
Uh,
there's no legal there's no way to legally win this.
If we could impeach Barzillai, we would.
I I do have a question for Amon. Um, I was under the impression that Barzillai was a follower of Asmodeus. Is there any conflict of interest here?
well, Mephistopheles is like Asmodeus's like right hand man, so
Hmm.
I don't think I think you can I think you can kind of be like a follower of both. I mean, who knows what they discussed though? It's possible that maybe it could be something heretical, but
Amon, give me a sense motive.
okay.
I know it's a weird. Okay,
Ooh,
so
nice roll.
you're using your wisdom, and you know that although the Book of the Damned clearly comes from hell, you do know that this book kind of has like a long history of like being out of hell's reach. Like it was stolen a long time ago from the vaults of hell and kept out of its control. You think that this book was likely a bargaining chip in an infernal contract with Mephistopheles.
Okay.
So like this would like nearly rival the infernal contract that Abigail has with Asmodeus.
Like it kind of joking about like earlier about like the litigation thing, but like sort of along those lines, like is there actually enough here that theoretically if we went to Abigail Thrune, would he be in shit with like, the head of the family?
Mm.
Maybe, but then that's like a whole adventure sort of like in and of itself is yeah, trying
I
to do
mean,
stuff and see
you
the
said
Off
we're
the
off the rails.
rails!
kind of,
Yay!
yeah.
uh I mean, also, I don't particularly want to go back to the capital. I'm not exactly sure on how current if there were warrants for my arrest. I'll have you know back there.
Oh.
You have
Aha.
You think that
gotten some
maybe
more
this is an
respect in my
avenue you
eyes.
could take. However, you also know that Chiliax is very busy trying to stop a bunch of pesky do-gooders.
The glorious
True, there is the
reclamation.
glorious reclamation. Um, Under a different political environment, perhaps that would be a potential way to go.
Hmm. I have an interesting thought. Going along that line of thinking, do you think that perhaps if we spread the rumor that Barzillai was in possession of the Book of the Damned, that perhaps there might be some more power-hungry people who are wanting to perhaps knock him off the top of the mountain, so to speak?
Well, I don't think he has it anymore, right?
It's unclear whether he does or doesn't.
If he is as intelligent as he claims to be or carry himself, I would say that he would hold
Maybe
on
he
to
would still
his.
have it because that'd be his leverage. Like, maybe it's like one
We,
of those things where he'd be giving it to Asmodeus at like the end of his contract or
we,
whatever.
I agree. He would only part with it once he has accomplished his goals. And since we are not currently, bowing to him at the moment, I would say he still has quite a ways to go. So
Hmm.
that's just something to chew on.
Yeah, it's a big thing to chew on.
We could, spread some rumors, and if it
It's
goes
a
to
major
neighbors,
artifact that he's in possession of.
it could even perhaps draw the eyes of the
A major
glorious
artifact that was
reclamation.
apparently being protected and kept by those monks of Nethys inside of that underground monastery.
Uh, it is an interesting thought. There is always the flip side that people who are always wanting to join someone who has power might try to join his cause. But I think it would just put a big target on his back.
Yeah, but
And I
by
like
who?
the idea of that. Yeah, the glorious reclamation, of course. They are currently occupied in
I
their
mean,
war against
they're going
Chile.
after bigger fish than Barzillai. They're
Uh,
trying to
it,
topple through. They're trying to topple actual Thrune.
right, but if the Book of the Dam is as big of a thing as what Amon is making it out to be, like a major artifact, it's possible that, who knows, maybe a SWAT team of paladins will try to, give him a fatal stab in the back when he's sleeping.
It's generally not how paladins operate, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I like to
If-
think that that's how Leon thinks paladins work. Like
That
he
might
thinks
be
that they're like,
Inquisitors.
If your goal is to progress and defeat your opponents by getting Crusaders from the Glorious Reclamation to come and do the job for you, then that is an avenue you could pursue.
Right. I don't know if I want to.
I don't.
I do like that idea because if we split Barzilai's attention, it could get him less focused on like putting the hammer down on the citizens of Cantargo.
We like we just like pause the AP to go play
Yeah, yeah,
as
Hell's
like
Vengeance.
I guess Hell's Vengeance though you're actually trying to you're putting
Yeah.
down them. So maybe it's even a little. I was even gonna say Amon probably and maybe this slightly medicated to say so, but Amon would be like, I don't think the Glorious Reclamation is gonna succeed.
Yeah. I mean, like,
I got a
who
bad
has
feeling about
succeeded
it.
against
That's
the
true as
ruined seat
well.
of power?
I don't think it's. I actually before I even remembered that that's how Hell's Vengeance goes. I was already thinking that like Ahmad probably is like, I don't think that the Glorious Reclamation is going to succeed, but I think we can still succeed. And I think that um, beyond that, I think like this is something that like long term we can get Cantargo perhaps out from underneath the Thrune dynasty altogether, out like free from Cheliax. And I think that's something that we can only do because of what's going on right now within Cheliax. Like the Glorious Reclamation is creating a window for us.
Yeah. If that wasn't happening, you guys all think that you would have been met with much more resistance because Barzilai would have been getting reinforcements.
Yeah. Then at that point, we probably would have had to go with like, you know, giving this evidence over um to the proper authorities to perhaps like get him ousted through get him cut off from the other and arrested perhaps, but like getting but because we know that like we're not trying we're trying to break free of Cheliax's authority, so using Cheliax's authority here doesn't
Yeah.
does not make a lot of sense. That seems to be kind of the direction we're headed in.
There's gonna be rebels.
Yeah.
Those damn rebels.
All right. Well, all that digging for information takes you a good amount of time. Most of the day, we'll say.
All
I
right.
mean, that's what I was planning. Is that's what I was gonna be doing for the day, and then we'll head out to go meet up with some gangs.
Yeah, the
Okay.
Phantasmagorium. And I guess before we go, I'll tell the party, again that uh, different these different gangs they have different motivations, so we will have to try to appeal to their different senses, whether it be the gift of gab, and I point towards Amon or Amon in freedom, uh, flattering their ego, gesturing to myself, or just showing them that we are a tougher force to be reckoned with, and I'll gesture towards Caleb. And there is also, gold out cash, and I'll sort of jingle a bag.
Hmm. As long as nothing really goes against my goddess.
If you find yourself your moral upstanding being compromised, you can just take a breather, go outside for a little bit. Maybe
Well, that's not how that works, Leon. I can't just let it slide once I know.
mm. All right, I understand. Oh, and also keep an eye out for anybody who might be not what they seem. We know that Finn is trying to. She is here, somewhere in Cantargo, and she obviously has a bone to pick with us, as we are currently occupying her old digs.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't
Just
Molly May come here back with us? Like
Yeah, she is here.
I don't know where she ran off to, but
I mean, I
She-
assume that she's basically staying with you at the Lucky Bones.
no, okay.
yeah,
I
she
wasn't
could.
sure if she like wandered off. She's like, I'm gonna deal with this. But all right. Well, I
Well, I
assume
was
she'll tell
actually
us
going
if
to
she.
request that she accompany us.
I mean, we could do that too. But yeah, I figured she'll let us know as well if she finds anything. I guess about Hey Fen.
You want her to accompany you guys to go meet with all
Sounds like
the
that's what
gangs
Leon
in
was saying.
Cantargo?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be helpful to have an extra set of eyes, and also somebody who is very familiar with Finn and the way she operates.
Sure. Is there anyone else you want to go with you?
Um, let's see. Is there anybody from the Silver Ravens that we want to accompany us, like sort of like as an additional
You
representative?
could take
Like
teams as well.
Don't we
that's
have
true.
negotiators or something?
You guys do have a team that is
Are they the rumor mongers, or
yeah,
did they
your
level up?
rumors. Yeah, they're advisors now.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I think maybe having Hedemon with us might be a good additional. He might be a good addition to our group. I just don't know, like, do we want to like sort of bulk up our numbers so that they don't think that they can just jump us?
Probably. It's a gang. I think we should bring at least maybe the advisors so they can.
Hedemon would be unsure why you want to bring him. He doesn't really work with that this would be an area he's not really prepared to do much in.
Okay, then let's see. I'm looking for the other name. Straya. Would Straya?
She's more like talking with the tieflings of
Let's just
the
take
city.
the advisors. That's fine.
Yeah, you could take the advisors.
All
You could even take
right,
your
we'll take the
security squad.
advisors. Sure. Do we want to take any of the Hell Knights
Probably
No.
not.
besides Caleb? All right, sounds good.
Okay. Is there anything else you wanted to do before that?
Before that, I don't know, maybe just pass out a couple of extracts, just in case things get dicey and slicey.
Sure.
I'll pass out, an enlarged person to Freedom. Uh, I'll pass out, let's see, Amon, who has the better diplomacy between Amon and Freedom? Or I guess instead of asking that, who wants a potion of an extract of heroism between Amon and Freedom?
Normally I cast it on myself, but I don't know if I have it available right now. Yeah, I don't have it available right now. So I already used it today during the dragon fight, so probably worn off by now.
All right, I'll give it to Freedom. That way we just have like two people that have pretty good diplomacies instead of all the eggs in one basket.
Well, like Freedom and I have almost identical diplomacies, I think. Like it's the difference between like one or two, and I don't remember whose is higher, but
All right, then I guess just whoever wants it gets it.
yeah. No, I think give it to Freedom. It's fine.
All right, Freedom, you have a heroism and an enlarged person.
Because if a fight happens, Freedom having heroism is also like good because +2 to hit.
Right, right. And I'll put the effect on freedom. I guess should probably drink it right before the uh, meeting. That
Oh,
way,
well,
in
yeah, the
case.
heroism lasts like an hour and a half, so yeah,
Yeah, so I'll put that effect on freedom.
take mine off. Gotta actually remove haste from everyone too, because there's no way that's still up. It lasted the entire time we were doing our thing, looking through the archives.
Hmm.
We were very quickly going through the archives.
I mean, maybe, but there's enough of you.
Yeah, I mean, not like haste actually gives you any mechanical advantages to the archives anyway, but you know,
Yeah. It unfortunately doesn't give you the ability to process information any quickly.
dang.
Okay then. You said you wanted to meet with them at the Phantasmagorium.
Right.
There is a psychic spell that lets you do that though. I think we put the word out, and we put the word out about meeting at the Phantasmagorium a couple days ago.
Okay.
Like us going to the archives, I'm pretty sure was our like, what do we do for the night before that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, the gang meeting was actually like this night, like the night of the day that we escaped from the dragon. So that's kind of like what we're going to after we finish going through the archives that same day.
Well, I mean, I let's see. Yeah. Okay. So you went there. You spent the night at the records hall. Then you got up. You
Right.
escaped
With
from
the
the dragon. Yeah. Okay. So well, it's actually technically the night after you guys went to the records hall.
Okay, so that means we actually uh, what Pluto was saying, we have a whole nother day of stuff.
Well, you had a day, but you're gonna be you spent most of it looking through all the records.
Yeah, that's the same.
Okay.
We still have our spells that we used. Like we still are down spells that we used in the dragon fight, honestly, but because it's the night after that day,
Gotcha.
basically.
Okay. All right.
Because like we went like early night to the archives, and we just stayed there the whole rest of the night when
Mm-hmm.
we knew the dragon was there. We're like, well, we're just gonna wait it out and see what happens. And then he came inside, and we're like, oh shit. All right then.
Right. Knock, knock.
Yeah, we had to teleport past him and stone shape a wall in front of the door.
I have a spell now, so just in case that happens again.
Is the dragon back out on his perch at the temple? Is he hanging out there again? If we look outside.
Yes, the
Okay.
dragon has been around Cantargo. Has been flying around Cantargo again.
It was worth asking. Maybe we got stuck in the archives. He's like, "Oh no, I'm trapped."
I don't have hands.
He casts like sending. Can you come get me out, please?
Help.
Help me.
When the day turned
Okay,
over, I
so
faced into the building.
I assume you guys start this thing over at Hokum's.
Yeah, we're heading on over to Hokum's, and as we're walking over, I'm downing like my 10 minutes per level spells extracts.
There is much tension and among the gangs as they filter in members of each casting sidelong glances at the others. But before any arguments are started, they usually conclude with, well, I'm here to see, what these silver ravens want or what they can offer. So it does seem like they are all eager to talk with you guys. So how do you
Good to
address
know.
them?
Uh, uh, does anybody want to take lead on that, like either the diplomacy people, or should I call it to order?
I'll tell them that we're all here as uh, citizens of Cantargo, um, and I'm hoping that we can find a way to put aside our differences, that are secondary attributes in order to create a better future for Cantargo. The iron fist of Barzilai Thrun is it's only getting tighter and making life worse and worse for the people of Cantargo, and that I'm sure includes yourself. Sure, we all know people that have been negatively impacted by his rule and the his tyranny beyond that. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's lots of things we don't agree on, but I'm sure we can all agree that Barzilai Thrun is a bastard
Okay.
and that something needs to be done about him.
Okay.
I'll give a big speech about I'm here to seek peace and freedom, um, and how I'm not actually from here, but I'm willing to stay and make it a better place for everybody.
Okay. Does anybody else want to say anything or add to that?
Not
I'll,
really.
yeah, I'll pipe up and say, and I'm sure it is interfering with all of your money-making
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
jobs.
Maybe
Hmm.
mention that Barzilai Thrun is bad for business as well.
We certainly
So
that the sooner.
at that, yeah, more of the gangs do start like talking up and addressing you. The flower shop crew have been concerned with like the whole martial law thing around Cantargo, and with it being closed off to many traders and other sources of flow in and out of the city. Their like their information running and blackmailing is has been on the fritz, and contact with Nidal has gotten more difficult. Not impossible, but more difficult for them. The log runners, they say they're largely unaffected by the by martial law and Barzilai's, uh, interference. Right, like people still want stuff that they can smuggle for them.
I'd say that I think that you'll find though that if the Silver Ravens aren't keeping Barzilai Thrun's people as occupied as we have been, there'll be a crackdown for you next.
Okay. Let's see. The black guys say that they've actually been finding a lot of opportunities here to kind of uh, harass and like offer protection to people who don't want to deal with the Thrun loyalists. the spellcrafters, of course, they are arguing that they do not like the martial law and that the city being under uh, you know, constant watch is a problem um for their kind of like adventuring within the city and trying to like find things to claim for themselves.
Yeah. The shutdown of the bridge, I'm sure, is particularly troublesome.
That is true, yes. All of the gangs have a bit of a problem with the bridge being shut down, but most of them operate within old Cantargo anyway, so it's
Yeah.
more of an inconvenience than like an issue. One of the gangs eventually does say, uh, so when are you guys gonna make a deal with us, right? Like you want us or you need us to come and help you fight uh, to fight against Thrune, don't you?
Well, we were actually wanting to know if you wanted to join us, because we are rather capable of keeping our own alive. However, I'm not so sure how many of you can fight a dragon and live to tell the tale. So I'm just kind of trying to turn it around on them because I knew that they would, sense an opportunity in order to like extract, favors or gold or protection from us for free, because their perception of this whole meeting being called would be that we are the ones in need, but I'm trying to convince them that they are the ones who would actually be in need.
Well, all the gangs like balk at your uh at you asking them like what can they do against a dragon, and you're met with like many different like similar versions of uh like if that's what you want us for, then you're looking for the wrong people. Like we're all like
No,
people
no,
of the
no.
streets.
If we do not
You
band
have
together, our problem will never be solved. Is that what you want?
There's lots of representatives, Freedom, that talk to you about, well, not all of us have problems.
Yeah, several of them were saying they were fine with Thrune's rule, like it hasn't really affected them.
And
But if
those
we're
who are having the
successful, perhaps you will have problems.
oh, okay, so like that starts getting a lot of them talking like hey, what's the big idea? Like you threaten us, especially the Jolly Time girls. They're like, you threaten us, pretty person.
No, but what would you want in return for your help?
Well, the Jolly Time girls, of course, want control of old Cantargo like they have had in the past. Enjoying going where they want to and picking fights with whoever they want to. Let's see
I like
the
to think that they don't actually even like they're not even fighting for like anything in particular. They're just like, yeah, those guys, like we wanted to fight them.
yeah.
We
I
thought it'd be a
chose
good scrap.
violence today.
so good.
Let's
Yeah, we
pick
thought it'd be a good
somebody.
scrap. Those guys look tough. Let's show them we're tougher though.
Of course, the spellcrafters just want access again to to Cantargo, and maybe they would like certain resources that maybe you guys would be willing to give them in return for
Resources
their
like
help.
access to the old archives.
Maybe, yeah, that would be pretty big. Um,
I'm sure you guys
the
noticed the dragon uh was on the move last night.
The black guys actually are interested more in the notoriety. They're showing a little bit of like they're showing the chance of commitment just to get their names out so that they can charge more for their protection
If you
services.
fight with me, the most notorious of them all, you will definitely get notoriety.
They're talking about like, well, we can help you fight against, guards and you know, and stuff, but we're not here to like fight against a dragon
No, and
or
that
Church
was
of
that wasn't the
Asmodeus.
point that we were trying to make.
Mhm.
The point is that we were making is that we fight dragons.
Right.
You fight the Jewish Citizens Brigade and others
The
who have
log runners actually say,
chosen to
well,
ally.
we wouldn't mind a little bit more zone of control here within Cantargo. We know that there's a lot of smugglers' dens and tunnels that aren't in use, but that do exist here.
Freedom just kind of shakes his head and sighs.
And then the flower shop crew, they simply want less control overall on Cantargo, so that they can do their
Yeah.
information selling and blackmailing.
So like a looser government.
Yeah. Well, they would also be open to helping you if you guys promise to open up more relations with Nidal.
And what do we know about Nagal?
It's,
Is that the
uh,
sort of place that we want to have a uh, symbiotic relationship with?
not especially probably, but uh,
So Nidal it's a very old nation. Um, it's been controlled throughout its entire recorded history by followers of Zon Kuthon.
Eh, that just seems like oh, okay, gotcha. It kind of seems like it's just 1 degree of separation from Cheliax.
They're not saying they want this place to be controlled by it,
I
but
mean,
they want
Nadal
better
until
relations with it.
recently was actually like a vassal of Cheliax. Like they had, I believe, I think they fairly recently got like um more autonomy back.
Hmm.
Okay, well, they just want more relations, and do they want like more trade, just as in
Yeah, they
like
would
what sort
like
of
that.
trade or relations are they? Okay.
I
Just
mean,
more
honestly, that's
than
probably
they're
it.
getting right now.
It probably is in our best interest to have some sort of relation with them, just because going forward, um, you know, after we oust Thrune, we will probably it'll be considered like we'll be probably declaring ourselves an independent state from Cheliax, right? So the problem with that is that once the glorious reclamation has died down, Cheliax might decide to come back down and retake the place. So having relations with Nadal to some extent is probably in our best interest, despite them being rather unsavory.
Well, I know about associating yourself with unsavory people, so I think that is something that we could perhaps
But I mean, I'll
be
I'll I'll
okay
tell
with.
them like I don't actually have any contacts with Nadal. So if that's something that you're able to work with us on, I think that's something that would be beneficial to us both.
They'll
With
take
the
that into
new
consideration.
government that would be put in place after Barzillai is ousted, uh, we do have their ear, so we do have the power to make things happen. So just know that you could be well rewarded if you show uh, good faith in us and loyalty as soon as possible. Because the sooner that happens, the sooner you can reap your reward.
Loyalty, huh? Well, many of the gangs here say that, they want something in return for their loyalty. And most of them are talking about, material things.
hmm I know
One of them
that
finally brings up the topic of there's a gang missing here.
What, did Bob's Burglars not show up?
No, they did not. And one of the gangs mentions that uh Bob the Butcher already threw in his lot with Thrune.
well, that is because he ran behind with his tail between his legs. It was the only way you could save
And
face after facing the
word
Silver Ravens.
word on the street and in the gangs is Bob the Butcher is actually calling himself Bob the Burgermeister now. Because apparently they were given control of some of northern Cantargo for helping Throne.
Well,
And yeah, none of the gangs like that.
okay.
So, are they
Well,
implying that they have a bone to pick with
I
Bob?
think
They kind of do.
yeah, I think that probably something unfortunate might happen to this Bob the Burgermeister,
They'd
as
they'd
he calls himself.
all be interested in like doing something to undermine that gang purely because of their personal albeit petty grievances.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, we should air out the
Yeah.
grievances with him.
Why should we be fighting for scraps that you leave us when Bob is eating real nice at the table of Thrune?
Well, it appears so, but that's because you haven't seen the terrible diarrhea he's about to have from eating at the table of Thrune. It's, believe me, not going to be healthy for him.
Well, you can either go groveling to Thrune, hoping for scraps to fall from his table, or you can try to earn it by freeing the city of Cantargo with us. And not only will you earn your own piece of the pie, but perhaps a healthy amount of respect and perhaps, I don't know, respect of your power, because I'm sure it will be on full display in either repelling the forces of Thrune or doing something else that will benefit the cause.
Um, the Jolly Time girls say that they don't really they're not interested in allying with Thrune. They
All right.
don't like the whatchamacallit. They see some of the Asmodeans having, they have a certain kind of vanity that they don't appreciate. The flower shop crew will not ally with Thrune on principle of being loyal to Nidal. The log runners also say that they are not interested in allying with Thrune as that doesn't really do anything for them.
Making note.
The black guys are more interested in like their own personal affairs and don't see allying with like strict um like law enforcers as being something that they want to do. And the spellcrafters would consider it, but again, trying to get uh trying to get like most of like the valuables and secrets uh that the Asmodeans possess would require them to like fully enter into the service of their clergy, and they're not interested in that. So yeah, it sounds like none of them.
Who's
What was that?
Well, that's good at least.
w- all right, well then, who was the person that was, bringing up the point of, like, oh, they're eating like a king. Sounds pretty good over there. Was it a different gang or that's present, or was just somebody just kind of like mentioning it in passing? Not that they would actually like join through, but they were just bemoaning their own misfortune.
Yeah, it was more them like, well, not quite bemoaning their own misfortune. It was more like they were saying that, for that gang, it was a great choice, or that
Yeah.
that they're profiting from their alliance, so they feel like they should profit equally from an alliance with you.
Seems that you are a more savvy businessman than they are, because I'm sure you are familiar with the concept of short-term gain, long-term loss, no?
I mean, depending on who you're talking to, sure.
Yeah. Well, I guess those who may want to seem smart might nod along, but yeah, I was just kind of talking to whoever
I mean, you've
was
got their attention.
speaking that. Right. Well, that's pretty much all I had to say about that. But I guess I'll continue and say, it seems like everybody here has some sort of grievance against Thrune and is not wanting to join them. So why don't you join the rising tide of the rebellion? We do have plenty of things to offer. I, we are slowly gaining more and more followers, and with them comes more and more assets. While we may not be able to promise anything concrete at the moment, how about this in advance? And I'll toss a bag of gold onto the table. Actually, a couple. How many gangs are there? There's Jolly Time Girls, Flower Shop, Log Runners, Black Eyes,
There's 5.
Spellcrafters. 5? Okay. I'll toss a bag onto the table. 5 bags. And say, there's 100 gold pieces in there for each of your gangs. That's just a small advancement. If you join us, not only will you get gold, but you will also get reputation and a little bit of walking around the room, if you are understanding what I'm saying.
Well, your money does get their attention, and like they each kind of offer their own version of, they're willing to take the gold in return for a service, and they're kind of asking you, okay,
Mhm.
well, what do you want us to do for this gold? None of them say that they're straight allying with you, but it seems like the
Mhm.
gold is getting them to be cooperative.
Right.
I don't think we even necessarily need them to do anything like too extravagant. Like we don't need you guys to
We
come
don't.
join our army.
Yeah.
No, and they
Um,
like none of them have
No.
really expressed an interest in that.
Yeah.
yeah, the only ones I would expect that I think might actually be like, "Hey, come help us fight," would be maybe the Jolly Time Girls. But even then, it's
Maybe.
like, yeah,
I think I saw a couple of pretty faces
I
inside
mean, if
the
you want the Jolly
Sheriff
Time Girls to
Citizen
stir up
Brigade.
trouble somewhere, like they can do that,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
and they'll do it for 100 gold.
Good. Z-
Because I think that's really it. We'd be like, well, probably we want them to do what they do best anyway. But um,
if you want the flower shop crew to start gathering and, you kind of already paid in advance, but to sell you information, they can do that.
Hmm.
The log runners can smuggle some things for you if you need some smuggling done.
Yeah.
The black eyes, similar to the Jolly Time Girls, can stir up trouble. And the spell crafters do have some resources of their own that they would be willing to share in return for the 100 gold.
Uh, I do have an idea about what to do for the Jolly Time Girls and the Black Eyes, but if anybody has something that they want to say right now, I can wait.
Well, I can't think of anything that I specifically want them to do at the moment, but if there's way to have them like divert some attention away from the old keep, that might be good for us because we're
From
going to
the
be going
prison?
there soon.
Yeah. I mean, we can tell them like a specific area where we want them to. I mean, I'm assuming that I'm communicating this telepathically. We can
Sure.
tell them to start trouble somewhere that's away from the keep without actually telling them that's the reason why we want them to start trouble. Because we don't want to give them too much information.
A side note, that's got to be like kind of unnerving for them too. Like we all just like sit there and like it looks like we're all thinking independently, but then we're always on the same page. Like,
If that's how you guys want to do it, sure.
right. Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying because we probably do a lot of our like a lot of times we're probably communicating stuff, especially in like a negotiation like this, like telepathically. So it's like it's
Yeah,
got to be
if you want to do it like that, you guys don't have
we sh-
to mind link to do it.
true.
we
We
should
could
all
we
stand
could
closer together so that we're like the children from down the lane and we all speak in unison.
because it's not even using the bonded mind one now. I actually have the advanced
Yeah.
one where it's just you have a permanent telepathic link all day.
Oh, can you hear my thoughts?
Only if you want us to.
I might
It
think
works
out
like
loud, but I think about how gorgeous I am and how I should do my hair a certain way.
yeah.
Maybe I should wear purple to the event.
I can only put up 4 people into the counting my. That's not counting myself, so 4 extra people into the telepathic bond.
But I guess I'll communicate to the party. I mean, I guess I can say that I did this ahead of time, but I will ask the Jolly Time Girls and the Black Eyes to hassle the Chelish Citizen Brigade. Maybe I don't know. Maybe the Jolly Time Girls to do that during the daytime, telling them that there are some pretty faces in the Chelish Citizen Brigades that I think need a little bit of modifying.
Okay.
Uh,
They've been paid less to, you know, to 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 start, a fight with people.
I'm sure that they don't
mhm.
particularly like the Chelish Citizens Brigade anyway. To be honest, like they don't they don't seem like the type that would get along with the Jolly Time Girls.
They're I
Yeah.
mean they regard them with like they're not really whatchamacallit, like the Chelish Citizens Brigade, they don't have like regular spats with them and stuff like that. Like they don't really come to Old Cantargo that much, but um they do see the brigade as being what's the word for it? Like they don't like how the brigade acts very like not proud, but
Haughty with their nose in the air.
like the
They're above.
brigade acts usually under the the brigade acts like they are under the protection of the of the guards and the other members of the clergy because they're the Chelish Citizens Brigade.
Right. I mean, not trying to go on a political tangent or anything, but they're like people who put on fatigues and act like they're an authority figure when they actually have no military experience and are trying to quell what they think are riots, quote unquote.
Sort of, yeah. Like they they don't like how the brigade like seems to act under this like false authority.
Hmm.
Right. And okay, well, if they're down with that, then that's good.
But both
I
them and the
guess
Black Eyes can do
then
that.
right.
They're
Well, with the
interested
black
in.
eyes, I had sort of a similar task for them. I wanted to ask if they could, use. They're mostly halflings, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to ask if they would be down with keeping an eye out for any potential new fires. And, since we know that it's the Asmodean people starting that, for them to, put a stop for that. We already have a group that's on the lookout, but more eyes are always helpful.
They say they're not really that interested in like surveillance, but if you want us to cause some fires, we can do that.
No, just if you say anybody of the Jealous Citizen Brigade, just do what the Jolly Time Girls are going to do. So, I mean, he quickly backtracks from their suggestion of surveillance. He doesn't want to give them the idea that they need to cause more structural damage.
Your security squad leader, Forvian Crow, says they might need some direction if we're going to, point them at the Setchella Citizens Brigade.
All
And
right,
Forvian Crow
then I'll
says
gesture towards.
they're no soldiers, but me and my, me and mine, like we can whatchamacallit, we can bring them along. We just need to know where we're taking them.
To the western side of Old Cantargo. Maybe you could start the protest somewhere, maybe near. I'm looking at the map. Maybe near the bridge, but I don't know. Actually, do you think starting some sort of protest or uh, some sort of ruckus would draw the dragon?
It could possibly
Kind
if
of.
it's big enough. And Forvian Crow does
Yeah.
mention that I don't think a protest is gonna, you know, like we kind of need to know our where the brigade is, and especially where
Mm,
Tombus is hiding out. And it's at
mm,
this
mm,
that the flower shop
exactly.
crew says that we can use our resources to get that information and give it to you. It might take us a couple of
Oh.
days, but we can find where he is, hiding.
At the mention of Tombus, like Leon gets a look on his face and he stands up and addresses everyone and says, anyone in the Black Eyes or Time Girls who can bring Tombus alive to me will get 1,000 gold pieces.
All right. Uh, they like
And I
the
sits
sound of
back down.
that.
We do have a bit of a personal vendetta against him. Yeah.
The whatchamacallit, the spellcrafters, they also offer to get they want in on that, and that they're willing to lend some aid, but mostly in the form of handing out minor magical minor magical things like oils or dusts or potions. But they also want in on this chance for 1,000 gold pieces.
Understand that the more people that assist, uh, it's 1,000 gold pieces that will be divided amongst those who are helping. However, if I hear anything about sabotage, there will be no bounty. Meaning, if you try to kill off anybody, you understand what I'm
The
saying.
log runners
We
also
are
want in
working.
on this. They want to offer to smuggle, the actual groups there and make sure that they go unseen and undetected, and that they have they've got some places underneath Cantargo and safe houses that they can offer to get all of these people mobilized and moving somewhere. Oh, I think Drew disconnected.
Uh-oh.
To each gang like 1,000 gold each. It's just 1,000 gold.
Okay, you back, Drew?
Oh, hello? Can you
All
hear
right.
me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you. I think you just lagged out for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I see the host connection lost now. The 1,000 gold bounty, as it stands, is to be divided amongst those that help. It isn't 1,000 gold to each gang.
Oh no, they're under the impression that whoever brings you their head, like the individual, is going to get the whole 1,000 gold, and that's what they want.
Ah,
Everyone here is
well,
They're
like,
competing for it.
yeah, everyone's competing for it now.
right. I don't want it to become Squid Game or anything. I want them
No, they all seem pretty
all like.
united in like
No,
the
let
whole.
them
Yeah,
think
let's
that,
They
go.
and
want
then
it to be Squid Game.
maybe we'll
Let's go
find
beat up
more
this
gold.
stupid citizens brigade that
Oh, jeez.
for this
Okay.
money.
Okay, I want to
And I
specify
mean,
that I
if
want
it's
him
if it's
alive.
if it's 4 gangs, it's the log run. Well, the ones that are fighting basically. Is if it's the Jolly Time Girls, the Black Eyes, some of the spellcrafters, and your security squad. This is like 24 some odd people, like a small army of people that are going after the Chelish Citizens Brigade.
Right. I'll tell them what I know about Thomas as far as his fighting style and what sort of weaponry he has, and let him know that he likes to run. He's very fast. So if you're gonna try to, take him, you need to ambush him and cut off all escapes. And
Uh,
I tell the spellcrafters,
Forkian Crow says
it,
that he and his team should be able. We're better suited to take on Tombus than the others. But we might want some help, specifically with Tombus. He says maybe you can send Kane with us.
when you go to apprehend him, Kane is currently trying to ensure, along with another one of our groups, that no more fires are started, but perhaps with all of your coordinated efforts, they will be so busy putting out their own fires, they won't be able to do that.
Alternatively, Forkian Crow says we could also take, Octavio and the Hell Knights.
Oh, I like that idea too. Yeah, I don't see any issue with that. Does Caleb have any input on that, being a Hell Knight himself?
To do what?
I gotta go AFK real quick. The cat's
I
under the
have
couch.
the Hell Knight, or they have Octavio and the Hell Knights help with taking on Tonbus.
That's fine, I think. I don't know. Ask him.
Yeah.
He makes all the decisions. I don't like. I mean, I can ask him if he wants to.
It seems like something that Octavio can do to me as well.
All right, yeah. I mean, before, just like the Hell Knights and your security squad they might be whatchamacallit. If it was just those two teams, they might still be looking at some uh like fighting an uphill battle against the Chelish Citizens Brigade, but with the help of a few other gangs and that like more uh just bodies and and power there, that this is looking more like a doable thing. Your teams here might just take him down for you.
All right.
You have the resources to command members of your rebellion to go out and do significant things.
That's good that we can have them work on that while we're working on getting Jackdaw out of prison.
All right, yeah. Um, Forbian Crow also feels like if we do run into trouble, like that is bigger than the Chell Citizens Brigade, the aid of the Hell Knights will be major. We hope it doesn't draw the attention of the dragon, but I feel like we could actually fight Asmodean Inquisitors and other guards with them by our side. And the many Chelish Citizens brigaders, will have the
Yeah.
Jolly Time Girls and the Black Eyes to take them on.
Forvian Crow is the mercenary leader guy, right?
Yeah,
Just
he's
making
the
sure.
leader of the security squad.
Okay, just making sure. I was like that name. I was like, is that?
He
That
was
name's
one
like.
of the people that you guys liberated from the salt.
Yeah, he's been in the
Things.
rebellion longer than most of our
Yeah, he's been with you
other
guys for a long
guys.
time.
Yeah.
They were all the mercenaries that got imprisoned and were working in the salt thingy.
Hmm.
That's when you guys originally encountered the dwarf.
Yeah. True.
I still got his belt.
Yeah. He was like also a mercenary, but wanting to get in with the Church of Asmodeus, but they wouldn't actually like associate uh him with them until you guys killed him.
Hmm.
Ah,
Yeah, that was
gotta
fun.
be right back
The way
again.
we I feel like we handled that particular part of the adventure like really well.
Yeah. I don't
Like,
think there's anything you guys haven't handled well.
well, I mean, like that one we fought the the one undead creature that was there or whatever that everyone else like even the other mercenaries didn't like. But yeah, we like basically did that without even fighting. Like
Wait, which one was that?
we that was the one where we went in and like engineered a bunch of false paperwork to get them out, like as a prisoner
Oh,
transfer
right.
basically. Like that's how we got them out.
Yeah.
So and the only thing we fought was that one like weird, I don't even remember if it was a devil or a undead
It was a
creature.
chitin.
It was a chitin? Oh, okay, so it was.
Yeah, a bunch of the people there were like, "Yeah, we're really uncomfortable with this thing around."
Yeah,
Church of Asmodeus like sent it there, and
yeah. Like, we ended up killing it, and we're just like, "Yeah, it stood out of line," and they're like, "Yeah, we're okay with that." Like, we don't like it either. Uh, and then I'm sure that they got in huge trouble for letting us just walk in and take a bunch of
yeah,
prisoners without completely unopposed, but, it had very official looking paperwork. I wrote it I drafted it myself.
that did work. Yes,
Yeah,
Yeah.
having a lawyer has been very useful in this game for sure.
I mean it's a game with politics and stuff involved, so
Yeah.
people who can litigate are useful. All right,
Um,
so it seems like all of the gangs are united in this one endeavor, at least for you
At
guys.
least, yeah.
Especially since you guys are paying them and offering them something.
Yeah.
They're happy with that. But they are still unhappy with the fact that Bob the Butcher,
Oh,
now
no.
Bob the Burgermeister, is, has thrown in with Thrune, and they would like something to be done about him.
Well, we'll have to see about doing something about that. Maybe that'll be what we deal with after we get Jackdaw out of
Well,
prison.
Thrune's gonna probably try to throw them at us, so that's almost a
Get
guarantee.
back again.
What, Bob? You think he's gonna send Bob's burglars to burglarize us?
Oh, I mean, I'm sure they're gonna be in the front line somewhere. Like, if they were gonna side from Thrune, like, what possibly could they be doing for Thrune?
I don't know. I think he'll. I I mean, it's the same way where we're not going to be like, all right, gangs, get in our front lines, go attack through. Like, I don't think he'll be. I don't think he'll do that either. I think he's going
I
to use
think
them a
Thrune
little.
would, though. Like, he's that kind of
I
guy.
mean, he might try to, but I don't know. We'll see.
What did they say that they had heard about Bob's bourgeoisie,
His bourgeoisie.
his bourgeoisie exactly? What
That
did he
they're
say
working
about?
for Thrune, that there's somewhere past Bleak Bridge that apparently Thrune gave him control of, like, one of those districts. Now he's calling himself Bob the Burgermeister.
Yeah.
Yeah, I, s- I suppose once we clear that bridge, or perhaps we can ask the not the log runners, who are the info people from the flower shop, uh, the flower shop crew. We can ask the flower shop crew to get some intel on what exactly Bob is doing there if we feel like it's important.
Maybe.
But, would is anybody able to give me a quick rundown of what I missed if it was important? I had to take care of the cat. She got stuck underneath the couch,
Uh,
but she's fine now.
I don't think there was much.
Okay.
I'm blanking, so I can't think of what happened after you left. I said a few things, but yeah, I don't.
Okay. The last thing I believe I heard was that Forvian said that he was going to ask for Kane's assistance in
Oh, we
apprehending
decided instead that
Tom,
we did
Bitch.
decide that we'll probably have Octavio and the Hell Knights like
Ah, that's right.
um assist with that.
So was it Kane's and the Hell Knight's assistance that he was requesting, or just one or
No,
the
because
other?
Kane's already working with because Kane's kind of
The
like
Fushi
in
sisters,
running the Fushi sisters because like um
Corvus and Vire
Corva
with
is in
Rexus.
Vire like as Rexus's bodyguard basically. Um, I think it's like I think like yeah, I think like Corva
It
and
would
maybe
be
like
fun to run, like, someone playing
Meanwhile,
as Rexus, yeah. Well, just to see what they're doing. Maybe
like
like
as
a
a
little duo adventure.
I
uh-huh.
mean that could be something if you wanted to do you could try to hey is somebody free you know you could do that anybody free on Tuesday want to do a
Oh,
little
something
one
like that.
shot
Yeah.
yeah if you have the time to do it you could try
That would require extra work, and I'm very busy with work.
yeah that's the thing but if you had extra time
Just
and
wing
like
it.
if it was like last year during the pandemic and you had a ton of extra time
Oh yeah, for sure.
then you could have totally been like, "All right, guys, I have extra time. I'm gonna run a one shot and see who's willing to come in."
Yeah,
But yeah,
Man, I miss running one-on-one or one-on-two one-shots,
I do. Yeah.
or
I
that
wish I had
extended to
more
like
time to like
three.
do kind of a more like free marches kind of game too, where it's just like you just kind of anybody available in these days. I'm gonna run an adventure and just have like kind of a almost a you can almost do it like as a persistent world kind of thing, where it's just like
Sounds like a Pathfinder Society kind of thing.
sort of like Pathfinder Society, but not actually using Pathfinder Society. It's just
Well, right.
yeah, it's just it's a campaign. It'd be a campaign where like the cast rotate changes a little bit based on who's available, but yeah, and just like, all right, who's available on this day? I'm gonna run an adventure. The other thing
Alright.
that'd be
Run
kind of
an
fun to set up.
adventure.
I don't know, maybe something to look into because the other thing you can do when you do that is you don't have to have the same GM every time, right? Like you can run within a
Yeah.
you could set up some rules basically and have like rotate around who's someone so is going to run a dungeon in this tile or whatever.
So thus far, it looks like everybody pretty much has a task. Like pretty much everybody except for what the flower shop crew is going to be assisting with the bounty on Tombus.
I mean, they're also helping you. The flower
Well,
shop crew is actually getting they're gonna go and get the information on where Tombus is hiding.
oh, okay. All right, sounds good. That's fine. I'm cool with that because getting Tombus, apprehended will kind of cut the head off the snake of the Chelish Citizen Brigade, and it'll afford me, you know, a face,
A what?
a face to be used.
A face.
Yeah, he wants to use
Mhm.
what's it called? I have this.
Greater assume appearance.
Yeah, I have assume appearance on my spell list as well.
Oh, that's kind of twisted.
I haven't actually cast it, but I have it.
Well, it won't actually like steal his face, at least from what I remember. But
Are you gonna take his face off?
I
Leon's.
want you to
Well,
literally
yeah,
rip his face off and like
that's
affix it
He's
to
gonna take
yours.
his
yeah, that's what I
face
said
off.
last space. That's what I said
Oh
last
man.
session.
Yeah.
Like, I want you to take his face off. But yeah, Leon's willing to do more and more darker things, and like he's willing to lose himself as much as that implies in rescuing Cantargo.
Yeah, I get you. All right, so I think that all of the gangs are satisfied and sort of know what they're doing. They're basically waiting on that information to come to them in the next few days about where Tombus Regigius is, so that they can all make a coordinated strike against the Chelish Citizens Brigade. They take the
Sounds great.
100 gold that you've given them, and it's wetting their tongues about who's gonna take the 1,000.
Yeah, each one of them got 100, so yeah, that should help.
Yeah. It looks like you guys have somewhat united the old gangs of old Cantargo.
With money, Cal would be proud.
Yep. A mutual alliance. What else do you guys do? We've got some time.
We look for a fight.
Yep, you find a fight.
I
Well,
kick
the
down the
Jolly Time
door.
girls wouldn't mind fighting you.
Let's go fight
That's
the Jolly
true.
Time girls right now.
All right,
No, I'm just kidding.
I'll.
We
I
don't
got
need that.
my resinous skin active, so they can punch me as much as they like.
Oh yeah, they might like doing that. I don't know.
Do it! I need to feel something.
They'll try to punt him as far as they can.
Yeah.
Yeah, one person will hold up their
I'll
arms
be
as
the play.
a field goal.
I'll be the placeholder. Here you guys go. Try to
Yeah.
kick a field goal.
Yeah. I like that idea. All right. Yeah. Let me check the our mission log to see what sort of quests we have active.
I mean, I think the next thing we're doing is we're gonna go break Jackdaw out of prison, right? I guess. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I think so.
um, I guess the other thing I'll do is particularly the Black Eyes have information, right, or something, right? Like
Who? What now?
the Black Eyes have like an information network or something like that. Like they tend to.
The flower shop
Oh,
crew
it's
are
a
the
flower
ones that
shop crew that
sell
does that. Okay,
information. and
Flower Shop
blackmail.
Gang. So I'm going to ask the Flower Shop Gang if they know anything about Hayfen coming in from Vire. Like, is that, or maybe even the maybe I'll also ask the log runners because maybe she came in through like, I mean, the port's been closed. She had to have come. She had to have come in
Yeah.
through some illegal means, probably. Like, maybe she came in on a smuggler's raft or whatever. But like, I'll ask the gangs basically about Hayfen because maybe one of them has heard something. Maybe one of them. Maybe she's approached one of them. I don't know.
Make me an open percentage roll, and higher is better.
Sure. Uh, yeah, that's pretty
All
high.
right, 90.
90. Wow.
Okay. They have a small amount of information for you.
Okay.
The log runners say that they're not the one, you didn't hear it from us, but we haven't been the ones selling it. But we do know that there has been more poison being traded like on the black market here in Cantargo.
Hmm.
And no one here that we know that we've sold and smuggled stuff to are like particular like connoisseurs of poison, especially not the stuff we've been hearing about. So it's going somewhere. If there's like a new group or gang in town, it could be them.
Okay. So maybe Hayfen's showed up and started
The
a new
flower
gang.
shop crew say that they haven't seen anyone, but that they have they have kind of like they've augured small like premonitions um that there's more of a presence, or like there's more interest of a certain like shadowy uh deity here, one more obscured than Zon Kuthan.
Hmm.
Just how well known is like Norgerber to people as like, oh, well, obviously, if any thief worships a god, it's got to be, the thief god. Like, are they actually one that isn't like really well known, like to other people as far as the general
People
population in Galarian?
like a good handful of people know the name Norgerber, but they couldn't put like they couldn't put a face to it. There's actually a lot of things about Norgerber that are obscured to a lot of people, and that's what he and his faithful want.
Yeah, but
But does he
that
have
is who they're
a
implying, right? Like that sound. I think you're right. I think they are implying uh Norgaber, probably.
Hmm.
So are they saying that there are like more followers, like
There are
making their way?
stirrings, yes. Like
Well, that
there are
matches
stirrings of
well
followers here.
because we know Heifen was a follower of Norgaber, like the Gray Spiders were like followers of Norgaber, right?
Correct.
So yeah.
Um, do we want? I guess I'll ask. The group. Do we want to tell them to be on the lookout for Hey Finn? Because if we show any sort of sort of fearfulness about her, it is perhaps that they might view her as a potential powerful ally.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna like put out like a bounty or anything like that on her or whatnot, but
I
I
I
think
have
I
an
think
idea.
okay, what's your idea?
uh, I will speak to everyone gathered and say, if anybody approaches you trying to get you to join the Grey Spiders, don't, because she is a treacherous woman, and it is likely that you will wake up with a dagger in your back. Miss Mayapple here can attest to that. It is fortunate that she was on a separate, you know, she was separated by a body of water when the Grey Spiders were slaughtered by her. She killed her own gang, is what I am getting at. So you'll want to keep far away from her. Basically, I'm just trying to like scare them off. Hey, Finn, and if they hear anything about it, like, hey, Norgaber's pretty
Well,
cool, huh?
they
Right?
don't even know who this person is you're talking about or what they look like.
Well, I'm saying
Oh, good.
she. I'll tell them that she will likely be disguised as she is a master of many faces, but her true form is an elderly Theon woman, and she used to have a gang called the Grey Spiders here in Cantargo. They specialized in poisons and worshipped the deity of thieves. From what I was told is Norgaber. So if anybody tries, knocking on your door saying, have you heard the good word? You say no. That's pretty much all I have to say. Like, I have no
Okay.
idea how effective or eloquent that was, but
Yeah, they
just
look
trying to.
like um they look kind of like concerned, but not enough that like they're really serious about it or that they should be serious about it.
Right. That's fine. I don't want to get them all paranoid. I just want to put the word out there. Like, don't like a parent would to their kid, like, don't touch the stove. It's hot. But if they burn themselves, then that's their own fault.
Yeah, they're not looking to pick a fight with some kind of shadowy organization of
Right.
whatever.
Yeah. I just
They
wanted to
wouldn't
give.
even know where to look or who they are.
Yeah. And just that simple warning. That's all I want to give them. I don't want to distract them from the task. That's really important. Catching Tombus.
Molly Mayapple says it's nice of you to warn them, but really, if Hey Fen took issue with them, like they'd probably already be dead.
Yeah. Is this true?
We're talking. Well, she says my advice to you has been I've been trying to advise you to combat someone who is basically a master assassin. She says she Hey Fen alone could probably take out all of these gangs within a night or two by herself.
I nod knowingly, like that's pretty much what I surmised. Mm, Well, I'll keep on thinking of a way to perhaps, you know, think of some sort of countermeasures. Probably magical is the only thing that I could think of, but I don't have those sort of capabilities.
She says magic is good and magic will go far, but it won't. Um, it won't solve everything. She says that Hafen is very aware that disguises are only as good as you make them, and
Hmm.
she's very good at making practical disguises. The fact that you've seen her, um, at the banquet, that's that is something, but I doubt that anyone here in Cantargo has seen an old Tian woman that matches that same
Yeah.
description.
Uh, we, I know. Hopefully, I'll just survive whenever she stabs me then I'll be able to burn there.
As long as you don't go down, then you have a fighting chance.
Mm-hmm. I, unless anybody has anything else to say to the gangs, I'm done.
I'll just say prepare for freedom.
I don't need to say
Well,
anything.
you T-posed.
Yeah.
My
I
skill set was
flexible.
not
you
needed.
should you should you should tell them that if they if they think about betraying
Oh, okay.
yeah if they
You want me to threaten?
yes, you should be
The
like, you
slasher might return.
don't even think the slasher might return.
I don't know if I want to say that. That's
Is
a little scary, but I will say, yeah, if
will
they
Caleb have his Batman
think about
voice?
betraying our agreement and trust, then there will be retribution.
Okay, you do that.
And I'll roll intimidate because
He just
I
wants to
wanna
roll
roll
a
something.
dice. Oh, you rolled a 3.
Yeah.
Darn. What's that -2? Oh, because you're shaking. We forgot to take that off. That's funny.
All right, yeah, you
Oh,
intimidate them, and they tell you to ease off.
Like, whoa, man. Okay, get
I'll
it.
I'll add to Caleb's threat. Be like, I'll hold you back, bro. I'll hold you back. But clearly not able to do that.
Especially since you're like only half his height. I don't know how
Exactly.
you're holding him back.
No, I'm like doing like the pretend holding him back thing.
Right. The pretend is not very believable
Ex-
due to your
Yeah, I'm
size.
good at bluffing. Yeah, I'll show you. Take that. Oh, I rolled a 2. I rolled even lower. It doesn't matter what my modifier is. Nobody would believe that.
They're like, this is the worst thing that we've ever seen, like, from a performative standpoint.
Yeah, before we make it
Worst
any
acting ever.
worse.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're gonna
before.
need to pay them an extra 100 gold to forget about this this embarrassing act.
You never saw me. Smoke bomb.
Okay, then I'm gonna say that they're on their ways.
All right.
Meeting adjourned for our inductees into the Solar
Yeah.
Ravens. If they perform this task, then yeah, they will be inducted.
And then I'll probably head home and see if my secretary's left me any work notes or
Yeah.
whatnot. I haven't been
As
home.
we
I haven't been home for a few days. What's happened?
Is there anything that you were expecting from them?
No, I'm hoping not, at least.
No? Okay then. I suppose that there's no new information
You know,
unless you were looking for some.
nah.
Okay.
Alright.
I'll tell everybody via telepathy, like, guys, we need to find 1,000 gold quickly.
What?
Let's
You don't
just
actually have
run
1,000 gold?
through. Oh, man.
Oh no. I mean, I have 1,000 gold in platinum pieces. So
I'm sure whatever Thrombus has on his person could be sold for at least 1,000 gold.
I mean, that's assuming they don't just rob him of everything he has first.
Oh, you're
You
supposed
just-
to say,
They
oh, sorry,
probably
did I forget
will.
to tell you 1,000 gold chocolate coins? Yeah.
They all melted.
I mean, okay, actually, I forgot last time we did like selling stuff. I forgot I actually have the empty ruby vial that the oil of life or whatever was in. That's worth 3,500 gold pieces. So
Oh, well, there you
Damn.
go.
we already have that money in valuables too.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm sure I could eventually, work up from like 100 gold pieces, just slowly making potions and selling them.
Sure. There also might be money. We're gonna be going tomorrow night into the keep of where they're keeping Jackdaw, and perhaps we'll
Right.
find more than just Jackdaw there.
Yeah, I'm honestly not too worried. I have a couple of stuff that I could sell to, drum up those funds if needed. Or I'll just run away going, na 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 na. All right, yeah. I tell everyone, that it was a good job. Everyone contributed really well, and that I am happy with the results and look forward to putting Tombus behind bars and see how he likes being unjustly imprisoned. Or, well, I guess
I mean, to be
justly.
fair, none of us were ever unjustly imprisoned by him, but you know, if we
I'm
really wanted
proud.
to truly give him a taste of his own medicine, we would want to show up in his house and, you know,
Leon gets a look in his eye. He's done that.
what?
What?
Oh yeah, showing up at somebody's house uninvited. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
specialty of yours. Um, but at least when you did it, you didn't show up in their house, capturing and killing a bunch of people.
Right, I just showed up as a miniature devil.
Yeah. Well, it was different.
That's Leon in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Different.
That's still not fair. Like, it didn't even make any sense. Like, why we had to let what was her name? The
Zia.
Zia. We had to let Zia know about this. She's like, well, what am I supposed to do about it? And we're like,
Yeah.
I don't know. You had to know.
He did break into her place.
Just
We broke into Zia's place to like let her know about
terrible
I don't even
things.
remember what it was. It was some like
It was
awful shit that we found out about, and
it was
it's like,
the children being kidnapped and being used for his like ritualistic
yeah, it's like
purposes.
some awful shit, and it's like,
By the way, your children are being used in
yeah,
parts
like
of the ritual.
we just figured you wanted to know about that while you're trying to sleep. Sweet dreams.
I love looking back at that in retrospect and just thinking like, what was the goal
what
there
what were we thinking there? I don't actually know, but it was really funny.
for the
It was
gigs?
funny.
All right. Well, hmm. Let's see. I guess we need to sort of plot what we want to do, like how we want to approach infiltrating the fortress. Like, do we want to, through boat, go, like, see if we can, like, scale, like, one of the rear walls, or try to create some sort of distraction, or go in invisibly, all of us?
Hmm.
So far as you guys know, the the front gate to Cantargo Keep is always closed. The portcullis has, there's no one manning it. There's no like sort of entrance like beyond that. In fact, the portcullis is chained and stuff like that. It's that you wouldn't even be able to raise it if you did go around and open it.
So by portcullis, are you referring to like a large gate a la
Yes.
the Princess Bride that Fezzik lifts up?
Yes.
I
Okay,
mean, I have a wand of fly.
Yeah.
right.
That one of your methods of entry could be flight,
Yeah, I
flying
could
over the
just
walls.
like a wand of
Yeah.
fly. It's only got 12 charges in it, but that's enough to get 4 people.
But
Like,
like there doesn't seem to be any kind of like guard or patrol or any kind of like methods that would like keep you out of the keep, at least not that you guys can see.
Mm-hmm. I guess before the night concludes, like I can tell everyone like I can scout the perimeter using flight and making myself invisible to see if there is any sort of thing that would prevent us from going over, something that couldn't be seen.
sure. I was thinking something similar. Like, I'd want to go in there with see invisibility active, maybe, and look around.
I do have a extract of scene visibility prepared. All right, where'd it
I mean,
go?
if you want to do that tonight, go for it.
Okay, there it is. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I think tonight I will, use some flight to sort of scout the exterior of the walls and maybe fly up high enough so I can actually see down in there to see like what the entrance into the keep looks like.
Okay. I guess we'll fast forward to that then.
All right.
It's just wait. This is the next day you're doing this,
I guess it would be like the
or is
same
this the
night,
same
right?
night? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So we're
I had home, but Leon's like, I'm gonna go look.
all right. You
Sounds
do that.
good.
Like I said before, you're not finding any other like method of like open entry. Uh, there really aren't any windows that are accessible. Like a lot of things are barred. Um, all of the doorway entrances are locked and chained.
Mm-hmm. Um, s- what sort of like with see invisibility? Do I see anything there? Well,
You
I guess
don't see
you know.
anything invisible or ethereal.
Okay. Um, like behind the portcullis, like inside the actual courtyard itself, does it look like there are, additional guards or
No,
anything like that?
none whatsoever. It seems like there's no defense.
Okay. I guess since I do still have that one elixir active, I guess I could, look to see if there's any sort of like yeah, no. I shouldn't poke at it right now. I guess just a visual surveillance is what I'm doing. Um, does it look like any of the walls are structurally weak, or does it this place look pretty you know, structurally sound? I mean, I guess it's made out of stone and it probably hasn't, crumbled.
Yeah, the walls are like several inches thick of stone. That's what it seems like,
Yeah.
and it's all worked stone. It doesn't look like it's crumbling or anything, uh, but you don't find any points that are like weak points.
Does it look like there's different sections of the building? Because it looks like, there's the big giant like axe head in the front, and
Yeah,
then something that looks like kind of a spiky pinwheel in the back.
sort of. Yeah.
Um, does it look like it has any particular function or?
I assume that the that pinwheel part is like a tower with like other four little like buildings attached to it or something, and that's
Uh-huh.
like the majority of the actual keep is the you know that rectangle and those hexagonal attachments.
Okay.
But if
All
you had
right.
to guess, like the dungeon is probably underneath the main part of it.
All right. Um, what do like the interior doors look like?
What do you mean by interior doors?
Like, are there doors that does the fortress itself, like there's the big portcullis, but um, does like the building itself have like a set of doors, or is it
Yeah, it does.
okay? I guess does it look like it has a keyhole?
There are keyholes, yes, to the doors, but more importantly, there are chains and locks that are keeping the doors like from being opened as well.
Mm-hmm.
Those also have padded locks on them.
Hmm.
So like like it's a very obvious, if you had the keys, that unlock these doors to Cantargo Keep, they wouldn't, be the same keys to unlock these chains and padlocks.
So it looks like, if I wanted to, get in there, just this single adamantine key wouldn't open them. I would need like a series of keys.
Yeah, or to just pick all the locks
Or
Yeah,
just cast knock.
or knock. Yeah.
yeah. Would knock like just like unlock all of them like all at once?
Knock's only one lock per cast, I think.
Have I seen
Uh,
any sort of?
if successful, knock opens up to 2 means of closures, so it can do 2. It looks like.
Okay, I guess if we're going in here and our presence is unnoticed, just to conserve on spell slots, I could just spend time and like unlock as many as needed in order to
Could.
get inside. I guess while I'm flying around and surveying, I'm gonna take out the wand of detect secret doors and use it a couple of times, just as I'm going around here, just to see if there is anything that's like really hidden.
Why don't you roll me a percentage? Higher is better.
Alrighty. Oh, that's a 33. That's
Your
not a good
your
one.
wand to detect secret doors does detect secret doors, but these have been marked as obvious, secret doors, and
Right.
are also locked and chained.
All right. How many charges of the wand would you say I would have used?
Just use one.
All right.
If only I had access to 6th level spells, I could take Mass Knock, which lets you open pretty much as many as you
Yeah.
want.
The
Dang.
applications of mass lock are many. All of
Cool.
the high level arcane casters know the value of having mass knock.
Yeah. 1 means of closure per level. So, yeah, it's
Do you know what the wizard who created the spell, award he received for creating mass knock?
uh
The Nobel Prize.
oh
Ha!
no.
Nice. Did you just come up with that right now?
I hodgepodged it from another joke.
Well, you still get a DM inspiration points. So anytime I critically succeed at something, you can make me roll it again. um, all right. Well, I guess my
You want to hear a joke about paper, Drew?
sure.
No, it's terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible.
You've used that one before.
Oh, that took. I didn't get it when Caleb did it, but on the second
Yeah.
repetition, I did. Nice. I was like, oh, did he just change his mind? Cool. Well, I guess then I will
My
fly out of here.
dealer recently started making a living selling shoes, so I asked him to give me the best boots you've got. I don't know what he laced them with, but I was tripping all day.
Well, if you're gonna, so do these count as encounters now? Am I getting experience for enduring these?
Maybe.
I'm joking. That was a good one. All
We
right.
could
Well,
actually get an encounter here.
if I stick around, but if I see anything that looks, particularly threatening that's in this area, I will not try to engage it because I don't want anybody to know that we are trying to bust into here.
I mean, it doesn't look like it. Your presence has gone known.
All right. Well, then I'll fly on out of here. Like, if anybody kind of like hung out nearby, just in case, assistance was needed, I'll go to them. But if not, I'll just kind of
Okay, you go back
head
to
on
them.
back to the Lucky Bones. Yeah, going back to the party. And I'll give them the skinny, even though I guess I was sort of giving them a play by play telepathically.
All right.
S- I think I could go for something to eat. Let's head back to the Lucky Bones.
You do.
And yeah, I guess we'll tell our fellow Silver Ravens that we have uh, accumulated mass as far as bodies go. We got a couple of willing participants.
Yep. They know.
Cool. And yeah, is there anything in the Lucky Bones that from any of our people that looks like it has come up and needs our attention, or are things pretty quiet?
Um, let me see. It doesn't seem like there's any kind of like disturbances going on in the city,
Mm-hmm.
but there are definitely actions made by Thrune, you know, during the day that are serving to tighten his authority and grip on Cantargo, such as um, people have seen the dragon making rounds and patrols over the city, particularly over the Greens where the noble families are,
Hmm.
and some of your contacts are saying that Barzilai is putting a lot more pressure on all of the nobility to support him, and that the
Uh,
dragon might be
uh,
intimidating them.
Perhaps that is what Bob, the so-called Burgermeister, is there for. He's the new muscle.
So yeah. Also, I guess the Ravens are saying, or at least Jillia is too, that I think that we should move in and place someone in control of the records hall.
The records hall being the uh,
Someone
is
as
the
in a
record
team?
Like a team or someone, and in
Like,
fact she said that she
right?
she volunteers, that would
oh,
be a good place for her.
okay. Is she leading a team?
No, she's not, but if you wanted to, you could send a team with her, and they could kind of occupy it and control of that district.
What were we having the security squad do? Are they helping Octavio and the Hell Knights?
Yeah, they're
Because otherwise they'd be perfect
They're
for
coordinating the
security.
efforts.
well, you do have some other teams. You do have the Asasazi scouts.
Who are the like don't we have like the money makey people and we have the rumor spreaders?
The bellflowers are your black market. Those are your black marketeers. You
I
have
guess
your
the
team of saboteurs, your Asasazi scouts. There's the Order of the Torrent. There's the Bellflowers, the Fushi Sisters, the Mockingbirds, and the Security Squad.
I think maybe the Bellflower Network might be a good choice because there might be some info in there that might be useful to them as far as like finding old routes that people might not be familiar with anymore for smuggling and moving around the city.
Okay.
Plus, I mean, I don't know how close the records hall is to water. Even though they are, amphibious, I'm sure they would prefer to, stay in the water.
The record hall is actually in the Greens.
Oh, it's in the greens.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So it's on the north side.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But I mean,
Well,
you guys got there before.
yeah, and I think sticking with the bellflowers, since they're used to moving around like undetected, uh, they could all like move over there pretty stealthily, I think.
Well, your team of aquatic elves, they can get them over there
Oh yeah.
fairly easily as well.
All right. I guess they can assist them in getting over there, but the bellflowers will be the ones who are actually residing in the archives with Julius.
Sure.
All right. Good to know.
All right. What else do you guys want to do?
Hmm. I guess plan for infiltrating the fortress. And I'll
Okay.
ask, like, does anybody? Only know very, very few things about the fortress. One, it is not manned by many people. Just this warden we've been hearing about, and Jekta. Knocked my headphones off my head. I was so excited. Um, we know that the dungeon is where Jekta is being kept. We don't know where the warden is at, at where they reside. Or I guess I'll ask the GM, is that a piece of information that we know? Like, do we know if the warden resides anywhere
Is
in the dungeon?
Julius telling you that the warden is, is the prisoner's jailer?
Yeah, so they might be nearby Jekta, which would stand to reason that they are also in the dungeon.
Yes.
I am thinking that, as Amon mentioned before, we could all fly over and make our way in. There are many locks on the door. I could unlock them and we make our way inside. As we go through the fortress, I should probably be in front as I would be able to see any sort of traps or potential dangers before anyone else. Uh, should it come to combat, we will take tactical positions. Does anybody think that we should prepare for anything specific?
I don't know.
I understand it is we are going in blind here. So unfortunately, we will just have to be prepared for anything.
Yeah.
Barry will not be with us, so we need to make sure that we take plenty of potions and wands and not be stingy about using them. Should we need to make a hasty retreat, we can go back the way we came, or we can perhaps burrow out. I will make sure to take several of those so that should we need to go separately, we can. Just make sure to hold your breath once you get to the ocean.
Are we doing that? Are we getting started on that? Well, I don't need a spell reset if we're doing that now, but or is that gonna be something we do next session?
Um, I mean, I guess that matters to you guys. If you guys do this, there's a high likelihood that we'd be going into combat. I wouldn't say it's a
Right.
difficult one. I don't know, maybe it could be. I don't know. Do you guys want to play for another 30 minutes at least, or like from 30 minutes to an hour? Is this something you guys want to do?
I'm fine with that.
I am good either way.
I am
I'm
okay with either
tired,
way.
but I'll side with everybody else.
All right. Well, I guess secret if you get too poop to continue, like even if it's in the middle of combat, I'm fine with breaking right there.
Okay. I'm cool with that. But can we get like a party rest then?
Yeah, so Barry would have
Also,
healed
are
us all up,
we?
right?
Yeah, I was gonna say. Also, are we getting me and Caleb healed up? We're a lot of damage from the dragon fight.
Yeah, I'm sure Barry can be kind of like the home base.
Yeah, he'll heal you guys. You can put yourself to full.
Okay.
Okay.
Just tell him to hold off on preparing his spells tomorrow, if possible,
I mean, he
Yeah,
can spontaneously
so
convert
that
things
if we,
into heals.
yeah.
So even if he prepares non-heal spells, it's
well, I'm
fine.
saying in case he needs to, remove negative levels or
Oh,
other
Yeah,
okay.
things.
he's I'm like basically how I'm gonna treat his spellcasting is so long as he's he's not going adventuring with you guys. If you come back to him the at the Lucky Bones, he'll provide whatever clerical service he would be capable of.
Yeah.
Does Amon know Dimension Door?
Yeah. I cast Dimension
That's
Door
that's
last
right.
Right.
encounter. So I'm gonna probably prepare like right now I have 3 level 4 spells I can prepare right now, right? Um so probably Dimension Door and Imbue with Flight are two of the ones I would probably. Oh, that's the other thing too. Besides just using the Wand of Flight, I could do Imbue with Flight on something and have us all ride over there that way, like the raft or whatnot,
On a
like we
Mhm.
did last
carpet.
time. We could do a carpet too. We're either anything like that could work. So that's the other option. But I'll probably. I don't know if I will prepare Imbue with Flight. Actually, honestly, like using the Wand of Flight seems good because I can leave that level 4 slot for something else. Like another dimension door, an innervation, a stone skin would be good too. I could put that on somebody. Um, I think I have the diamond dust for that too. I believe somewhere in here.
Does Amon have any means of making something that's visible? Like, does he have glitter dust or fairy fire or anything like that?
I don't know that I do. I don't think I ever like. I don't think I ever learned that spell. Like I never got a scroll of it, and I never picked it up. Oddly enough, I have the closest
Hmm.
thing I can do that is I can give other people the ability to see invisibility. That was
Right.
I think that's what ended up being like my solution.
Oh, so thanks to the magical power of the internet, I was given some more information on where you guys should be going specifically. So, Jilia will tell you that the keep, like Cantargo Keep, is the whatchamacallit part. So this whole thing right here, that's Cantargo Castle. The keep itself is this uh the pinwheel part, as you call it.
Oh, okay.
It is a 5-story spire that juts from the northwestern corner of the castle and serves as Cantargo's most notorious prison. And Gilia says that um, there's a very strange quirk of city law that basically prohibits the Lord Mayor from going to the dungeon level of the keep. I only know about the prisoner and the warden because of what I've been told. It's been passed on information from previous Lord Mayors. So you guys want to go to the pinwheel.
Gotcha. And I was able to fly over the walls like pretty
Yeah,
easily, so
no
there wasn't
problem.
any
No,
magical resistance.
there wasn't. So what do you guys
Okay.
do?
Well, I guess we prep, uh, dole out some extracts, and I guess we'll, get going. I won't be able to prepare enough burrows for
Okay.
everyone, so
Uh,
I guess
what
we'll just kind of have to rely on Amon's teleportation.
what time of the day are you guys going? We'll say it's the next
Hmm.
day at least. As you guys rested.
It didn't seem like there were that many people uh, during the nighttime. Do we know if there's like an equal amount of people not really there during the daytime?
I mean, like, no, not really. the people give the keep walls even like a wide berth.
Mm-hmm.
There's really no reason for anyone to go there. And I mean,
Right.
like the castle, like as it is right now, is like fairly intimidating.
Mm-hmm. I guess we'll just kind of go in there maybe during the early morning
Sure. It's
and just
6:30
like.
a.m. right now. Is that when you
Uh,
guys go?
right? Yeah, I'm good for that.
All right, you do that.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm still picking out my spells I want to do. I think I'm going to change my split slot to prepare more cantrips, I guess. I could just not use split slot too, but I want more level 3 spells right now. I want to pick up an extra haste. Or maybe phase step. One haste and a phase step. Nah, I think extra haste is good.
I'm going to give. Let me take off some effects that I had put on people. Let's see. Okay, so those I will use. All right, and I will give. Let's see. I'll give Freedom the bark skin and heroism again.
Okay. So what do you guys do?
And I'm giving Caleb the long arm and shield, and they're going to be extracts, so they will last, 9 minutes. And I'll give Freedom enlarged person and a potion of long arm. And I'll remind, whoever
I'm
needs
sorry,
reminding.
what's the duration of longer?
That.
I just don't like having potions because I have to carry a weapon, I don't have quick draw, and like I don't have time to sit there and drink a
Well,
bunch
no,
of
these ones are
potions when
long
combat starts.
durations. That's why he's giving them to you now.
Well,
Okay.
no, the extract I was gonna give to Caleb, but
Oh,
if you
okay.
don't want to have to deal with, uh, you know, action economy, you being enlarged will be what gives you the reach.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'll give you the extract, which will last for 9 minutes of enlarged person.
Okay.
Let's see.
I'll cast heroism and see invisibility on myself.
Let's see.
Are we going in like nowish?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
Let's see.
well,
Yeah,
I don't know.
false face
It's
on
only gonna
myself as
last
well.
5 minutes. Huh.
That long arm and shield that you have on you, Caleb, that was stuff that I had put on you, so I'll put that on you when you take them.
I'll take the extracts like right before we're going in. Should be fine.
Right, but I mean, like, I'll apply the effects to you once you actually uh, drink them. Or is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying. It's like they last what, tens of minutes, right?
Uh, no, each one is minutes per level, so you'll have each one for 9
Okay.
minutes whenever you take them.
Okay. Then yeah, I guess I'll wait then.
But yeah, I can use the wands to give us each 5 minutes of flight. Um, so I will cast that on everybody, before, and we'll use that to get in. We'll just fly over the wall. Not have to deal with the portcullis.
However, Caleb, I will give you something that does last 10 minutes per level. Um, I'm going to give you an extract that looks, yellowish and has the viscosity of honey. And tell him that if you drink this, your skin will become sticky, but you will be
Gross.
much more resistant to certain sorts of damage.
What can
So
I
Alright,
I'm
I'll
do?
giving you
drink
an
the
extract
bark
of
skin
resinous skin.
now.
Alrighty.
Sorry, an extract of
And
what?
resinous skin.
I've never heard of that.
Yep, I have applied the effect to you. It works, and I've applied the bark skin to freedom,
Okay.
Okay.
as well as the heroism.
Oh yeah, the
Um,
heroism lasts for a while. I'll drink that.
Okay.
all right. On we go. I will lead the way. I will. I guess I'll use my wand of alchemical allocation to backwash a heroism, and we'll all fly in there.
Okay, so you guys are all flying in there then?
Yep.
Yeah.
Using the wand of flight.
Are we trying to be stealthy at all?
I mean, not particularly, because it's kind of hard to be stealthy when flying.
Okay, I activate my divine armor and I'll do spell resistance again.
Sounds good.
Which also makes me like glow and shit, so
Nice.
Okay. So you guys okay, you guys get past the walls. You're within the walls now. What do you do?
Heading
I look
towards the
for that
keep.
door.
To the
Yeah.
keep?
Yep.
Well, the keep is what you said, like, has
Yeah.
uh, the area that goes down into the dungeon.
Yeah, this is where you guys want to go. So
Yeah.
you look to the door to the keep. Okay, the
easy.
door to the keep, like the bottommost one, it's there, it is locked and, chained up.
All right. I'll ask Amon to detect if there's any sort of magical auras about it.
I cast detect magic.
You do not detect any magic.
Nothing magical.
All right. Then I will observe it with my eyes since I've taken that one potion that gives me a not bonus, an elixir that gives me a boost to my perception. And I'm going to inspect it for traps.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I guess I have to roll for that.
You inspect for traps.
There we go.
You're pretty sure that there aren't any traps on this.
All right. I will attempt the door.
Attempt to open the door.
Correct.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a table device.
All right. Oh, was it locked?
Oh yeah, it's all locked.
Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. I don't even know why I asked that. That was dumb. All right. Disable device. Here we go.
Okay, with a 35, you unlock the chains and the padlock, and you unlock the actual door itself.
Excellent. All right. I will continue to go through the door, continuing to be perceptive and keep an eye out for any sort of traps.
Okay, so as you open the door,
Mm-hmm.
um, you guys all feel uh like when you open the door, it's like you opened a um like a almost like a walk-in like freezer basically. There's this like this stale coldness that like flows out, and like it almost like grips your guys' body as if like the building itself were forbidding entry.
Hmm. I will take out a. I will take out an extract and I'll hand it to, let's see, Amon. He's the squishiest, so I will give it to him and say, "You should probably drink this now.
What is it?
Just shut up and drink it."
Sure. What is it?
It's resist energy cold,
Okay.
and I'll apply the effect to you.
Looks like I still have the 20 electricity that probably isn't actually on me anymore, too.
Nah, I forgot that you were one of those. All right.
Okay.
There you go.
Then what do you guys do?
Uh,
Uh,
I'll start walking on in, being perceptive.
Okay. You guys walk in, and I assume one of you guys has a light source.
I
I
cast
think
light.
Freedom's the light source, right? Because he glows when he's
Well, I
got
Oh, yeah, his
glow, but
armor
I don't
glows.
produce light.
Ah,
I thought
okay.
magic weapons produced light or had a 50% chance to.
They can, yeah,
We
depending on
never
your
really
magic.
like
And
think about that.
although doesn't it for paladins, like doesn't it specifically say like when you're using that like ability for your armor or whatever that you shed light like a torch?
It might,
Might.
but I can also cast light, so we'll do that too.
Okay, well, regardless, whatever forms of light you guys have, um, you have your light, but even with the light, there's like this strange penumbra of darkness that just pervades the inside of the keep. Um, the edge of your light, like at every turn or like corner, like even as you reach like the stairs that wind downwards, there's this like cloying darkness as if
Hmm.
like just
Mm-hmm.
nothing else exists after that like extra feet of dim light.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have like a light spell. I don't know if Caleb's like transformative longsword already has a light aura or not. I guess
I can roll a D2.
we could roll the D2, yeah, see if it already has one.
I'm gonna go with yes, because 1 is bad and 2 is
Sure.
good.
Well, in that case, I'll just put it on my glaive. Which I guess technically is also a magic weapon, but I'm assuming a vicious glaive. A vicious glaive does not have a light aura, but
Probably not.
yeah. But I'll cast it on it.
Now it looks like
Ah,
it does.
Yeah.
I'll drink one more potion and backwash it. So now I have a
Gross.
circle of magic
I know if we need to, Freedom also
versus
has the
evil.
ability to cast daylight.
Yeah.
Is there a
Okay.
map for us, Matt? Or are we just going
There's
talkie
no
for
map
now?
yet.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
So we'll look for the path down into the
Yeah,
dungeons.
you guys find it. There's winding stairs that go down.
Okay.
And like I said, even with your light, like at the edge of like the dim light where you guys can see like down this path of stairs, it is unusually dark. Like
Um,
like shadows just seem to like the shadows just grip at the corners and edges of like your sight as if like nothing else exists beyond
do I
that.
think this is a cause from like a spell in place, perhaps?
Nice roll, nat 20.
You don't think that there's any kind of spell in place, no.
Okay, so there might be some sort of
But this
supernatural
seems
thing going on.
supernatural.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just not arcane.
Yeah, well, it might be something from the warden does or something. We don't actually know much about that. About about this so-called the rumored warden, I guess.
hmm
Um,
Will everyone get your knowledge checks ready?
As you guys walk down as well, like you notice that your footsteps are, they echo as normal. But
Mm-hmm.
every time you pass like one of the keep's like lower levels, like you guys are sure you haven't reached the dungeon yet, but like each like subfloor you guys go past, the sound of your footsteps gets quieter and quieter, and sound almost becomes muffled.
hmm. Gonna,
I say in my head, it's a good thing that we have this, otherwise, who knows? If the sound winks out, we wouldn't be able to communicate.
yeah, I'm wondering if it's gonna be a problem for spellcasting though.
Well, if you have anything that has a significant duration, I would suggest
Oh, I
casting
already
it
got that
now,
stuff up.
whether or
Yeah.
not it's needed. All right.
Okay. Um the final steps you guys take, you find yourself in front of a large wooden door with it's reinforced with iron, and there is seemingly no visible uh like there is no doorknob or lock on this. It's just solid wood and reinforcing iron on it.
Uh,
Uh,
okay.
I'll ask him on. Like, I'll say out loud just to see if like I can actually still hear my voice.
You
Can you?
can.
Okay. Then I'll ask him. Can you detect any sort of magical properties about this door?
Uh, sure, I'll give it a shot. I'll cast detect magic.
You can't detect magic, and you can't detect any magic within your cone here,
Okay.
or you don't.
It's just not designed to be open, I guess, but I mean,
Did we bring knock?
yes, I did.
Well,
Okay.
Say,
first, let me make sure that it is not trapped, because even if you open it with magic, it could still activate.
Is there a
sure, I
secret
suppose.
door maybe also? I don't know.
That is a possibility too. I will check, and I'll use the wand of detect secret doors.
We could also attempt the age-old method of actually knocking on the door. Maybe
You
somebody
could.
will open it from the other side for us.
Sure, and I'm sure the warden will be very grateful that we are taking their prisoner off their hands.
Yeah, they might be like, hey, yeah, finally, I've been stuck here for ages.
You use detect secret doors, and you do find a secret door.
Hmm. I will inspect that secret door for traps.
There, the secret door you find is actually a trap door that is underneath
Mhm.
you guys.
Ah, so perhaps
Hmm.
this is not even the true dungeon this door is trying to lead us to. Maybe here there is. And uh, yeah, I'll inspect it for traps. Oh, did I lag out?
No, you're
No,
good.
you're good.
Oh, okay. Guess I was just on tenterhooks waiting for the result.
I never saw a roll though.
I rolled it in the
That
tower.
tower.
Oh, okay.
It's a
Yeah.
secret roll.
Gotcha.
Rolls for traps. I like to roll in the tower.
You don't think this trapdoor has any traps? It's not trapped itself.
Okay, then I will quietly open it.
Okay. You like clear away the dust on this trap door, and you open it up.
And I look.
As you open it, there is like a hiss, like a very audible one that you guys all hear as he opens the trap door, and you feel air, like it like hisses out from
Mm-hmm.
the trap door.
Like a
You guys
seal.
can all give me perception checks.
Okay.
Can do.
Yeah, it's like a seal.
Nice.
It's like when you're opening a recovery drum that we put our spills into.
Yeah, or if you
Right.
left like a carton of milk in the car on
Oh,
accident.
You guys all hear the hiss of, yeah, like sealed air escaping. But Leon, you almost feel like there were like it was like a there were like words in there.
Oh no.
Like there was some kind of like audible like whispering coming out of it as well in a language you don't understand.
Well, that's something you don't hear every day. Language I don't understand that mean. But all right. Can I roll a linguistics to try and determine like what language it might be?
Sure. Give me linguistics.
All right.
It actually won't tell you what language it is, but you might figure out the gist of it. Oh, okay.
Gotcha. Oh, nice. 27. Sorry, I rolled high.
You're not sure what language this is, but it almost sounded like some kind of greeting.
I think they are rolling out the yeah. They said hi.
What are you talking about?
Oh, you did not hear that? There's a voice on the wind. Some sort of whispering, almost as
Mm,
it were
yeah,
welcoming us.
I didn't hear any of that, but you might be right.
Well, they are inviting us in. Say, let us not keep them waiting. And you know, if I didn't see any traps, then I'll continue to descend. Or does it even look like there is a device to descend, like a ladder or a set of stairs?
No, it looks like an oubliette. Once you
All
go
right,
down, that's it.
you can give me something else besides that $10 word, so I can. I've heard it.
What is an oubliette?
Right.
An
It's been a long
oubliette
time.
is it's where you put people that you don't want to see anymore.
Okay, so it's just a
It's like a
fucking hole in the
pit.
ground.
Yeah, it's like a hole in the
Um,
ground.
it's like a yeah. The only access is through like
It's
basically the ceiling. There's no way out of it.
it's the deepest part of your dungeon usually.
Yeah.
You could do
Gotcha.
that in Crusader Kings actually too. Like if you can have them in in the normal dungeon, house arrest, or an oubliette, and the oubliette's the one where it's like you want them to just fucking die. You're like, just throw them in the
Yeah,
oubliette and let them
basically.
starve to death.
I am ashamed I'm playing a French character and I did not know the definition of that word. So
Yeah, it's pretty
we'll
cool.
just, um, all right. Well, do I still sort of feel the weightlessness of fly going on, or has it been longer than like 5 minutes?
I'll say you guys are right at the end of 5 minutes here.
Meaning
It
that,
should be longer, but I'll let you guys fly down there.
I
But
mean,
will
I
we
can
be able to get out?
That's
use
another question entirely.
I can just use 4 more charges of the wand of flight. It's
If my
Okay.
foreboding descriptions haven't like given it the sense that this place is dangerous enough, then I don't know what will.
yeah. I'll
oh, I
just
know
use 4 more charges
you
of the
know,
wand of flight. It's fine.
Like,
we've
Freedom
definitely got
doesn't want us to
this.
go down there, because surely only evil could persist. If anything, I
But
doubt
that's where Paladin
anything
wants to
has
go.
survived if it's down there. Given that things don't really go in and out of this place to begin with. But the player thinks that we should probably go down there because maybe it'll help us or not.
I
I
mean,
don't know.
that would be where Jackdaw probably is. That makes the most sense.
Why would he be down there though? Like,
She'd be down there because that's where you put a prisoner you don't want getting out.
I mean, it's an oubliette, of course.
I doubt he's down there.
In fact, whatchamacallit, Amon with your 27, you think that the the wooden door in front of you with the iron reinforcements, it might actually not even be a door.
Oh.
It might just
Mm,
give the sense that there's something
yeah.
behind it, but it might not be.
Well, if you put it that way.
Like this might be the actual
I think this
entrance
is
to the.
actually what we're looking for, yeah. So yeah, I'll put fly on everyone again, it's the wand, and fly down there.
Okay.
Yeah, that way, in case if we like
I
encounter
That actually
anything,
might be a
everybody
good
has
way to
that
do it.
mobility.
We could do the combat next session.
We're gonna have to. I think that we're gonna do the combat next session. But I'll at least take you guys to the map. Show you
Yeah.
how dank it is.
Exciting, yeah.
Oh shit. Cold and dank.
The kind of vibes I want you to get from this is like Shadow Temple vibes from Ocarina of Time.
Hmm.
That's how foreboding this place should feel.
Right. I'm definitely getting, those sort of vibes. Like just because I'm charging in there doesn't mean that I'm not like afraid in any way. But we got a goal and we got to keep going. We
No, we
can't,
determined
turn
Leon's on
back.
a suicide mission.
He's like,
Hey, he's
whatever
just willing to
happens, don't
sacrifice.
heal. That's gonna be the next thing. He's like, I remember what I said. Don't resurrect me. Also, I don't want you to heal me either. No
Oh,
heals.
no heals.
I'm going to 1v1
If you
as
can heal
Mobius.
somebody else, heal them.
It's not right for me to be healed when other people could be healed instead. Like, all right, Leon.
But yeah,
Please don't tease me, just heal.
you guys land very softly thanks to the fly spell onto
Mhm.
this stone that doesn't feel like anyone has walked upon it or treaded upon it for a very, very long time.
Let's keep it that way. Just hover above the stone.
You could, I
Yeah,
suppose.
I mean, we can do that for 5 minutes at least.
yeah, I'm down to do that. I'm down to just keep on just having my toes graze the
Yeah,
floor.
even in this room, this rather large room here, you guys see like skeletal remains that kind of litter the floor. Some in the corners where it looks like prisoners might have huddled for warmth while dying, lost and forgotten.
I look forward to warming this
A
place up.
grim reminder of Cantargo's earlier days.
Hmm. Couple of throw pillows.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah,
throw a
we'll
couple
end the
throw
session here for tonight.
couple of throw pillows, and I'm sure that
Sounds good.
what's his fucking name?
Cardinal Richelieu.
No, the guy that fucking turned a dragon's lair into an apartment.
I'm not familiar with that,
No, he's the
but
guy.
it sounds funny.
Damn it.
You guys gonna have 10,000 experience tonight for your role play and getting the whatchamacallit, getting the all of the gangs to basically go and do a side quest for you.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that's been
You
on
guys
my
will
shopping
level
list for a
after you
while.
guys
Probably
brave
after we.
the Cantargo
Yeah.
Keep
The cold
dungeon.
dog. Yep,
Yeah, that's what it's looking like.
it works for me.
Our fucking detective guy, Jeff. He'd turn this.
Oh, Jeff.
Oh,
He would turn this into. He'd be down for that. He'd throw some
this,
throw pillows around. And be
Maybe
like,
that
yeah,
was Jeff who agreed to
what a sick
this.
pad here. Oh,
no,
maybe. Yeah.
this would totally be. I expect to look in the corner and just see 2 cans of like microbrew with like the Jeff brand label, and he just
Yeah.
turned this
No,
place
there's
into
gonna
his
be
fridge.
donuts and Keystone Light.
Donuts and Keystone Light. There we
Yeah.
go. He just turned this place into his fridge.
Yeah, because it's got that chili. Yeah, he's like, this is such a great walk-in fridge. I never knew I needed a walk-in fridge for all my beer, but
It's just completely
it's so
unperturbed by the
convenient.
skeletons. Like he has the skeletons arranged into like a sofa or something. Not at all like aware of the macabre like
Yeah.
decor. He's not perturbed by those sort of things.
Okay.
Oh, thanks for sticking around, Secret. And
Yeah,
that
sorry
was
there was
fun. I
no
look forward.
combat today, guys who like
Oh,
combat.
pshaw.
That's okay.
It was all role play and
Gotcha.
verbal, but I promise there will be combat next time.
Whenever I
Nuh-uh.
try and do
I
my
put
level
all
up
my
now, I
points into
guess.
diplomacy last level.
You can prepare your level up. Yeah, you guys haven't leveled up quite yet. You guys are just a little bit
Wait, did
off,
we
but
not? I
you
thought you
will
said 10,000 XP.
eat
Total.
10,000 EXP
We
total.
got
Oh,
divided out.
total. Oh
I already divided it.
no.
But you can prepare your
I thought we
level
were
up,
leveling up.
for next time, because you guys will definitely
Okay.
level after this session or
I've
after
got all
Nice.
4
this
of my
dungeon.
potential characters led up to 10th level. Even if I never play them, it's just
Sorry,
fun
it's
to
Ethereum.
imagine how they
It's
would work.
fine.
You got to flex at some gang members.
Alright, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
no, it's fine. I mean,
pass
I
out.
did not
I'm
make this
tired.
character in
Alright.
the hopes of being
It's a good.
strong in social encounters.
I know. I hope it doesn't put you off to the game.
No, no,
is
no,
all.
no. I'm saying it's my own doing. Like I knew there would be social stuff, and all I did was intimidate. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
Caleb's definitely still
Caleb's
has
the
his
the
moments in
guy
the RP.
the guy in Leverage that never gets to do anything almost ever. That is the muscle guy basically. But
Right.
eventually we'll have that episode where we all get captured and they'll send someone to capture Caleb and he'll just kick the guy's ass.
And be like, what happened to everybody else? And then he'll have to rescue
Yeah.
us all.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
sure.
There was an episode of Leverage.